Welcome back, guys. It is another Wednesday. We have the Crucible this week. We're rotating through the Crucible outside the enclosure and the classic No Remorph. This week we got the Crucible. Fantastic topic tonight and a great group of affiliates that actually kind of live up to the title. So one of them kind of known around the industry as a multi-species guy and a long history with it, and not just in the reptiles. He's got all kinds of crazy stuff over there. Peacocks, and God only knows what he's brought into the house over there. So we got Chris at B&S. He's going to kind of keep us all on a short leash with our, well, I don't want to say facts, but our knowledge on some of these things, because I think, like I say, he's known around the industry as having a wealth of knowledge and experience with a lot of these animals. So topic for tonight is multi-species, challenges and rewards. So we know there's going to be challenges just in the different types of environments, the different husbandry requirements for some of these animals can vary greatly, from temperature and humidity to their food sources. How many times a day do they eat? Do they eat in the middle of the day or late at night? You know, there's a lot of variance in how these animals are going to thrive best. And that's what we're going to cover, you know, how to go about that, what things kind of work hand in hand, what things definitely don't, and challenges versus rewards, and what things would they maybe cut back on, or what would they like to still gain. So food for thought topic tonight. We're going to keep it short. We don't have a ton of news. We're going to say hi to everybody out there, and we're going to just run commercials and bring everybody out so we can get started. So who do we got out there, Jamie?
We have Mike Snyder.
Back in the house. Appreciate you, sir. He's getting to be pretty regular in here. Appreciate the hell out of that for sure.
Heck yeah.
Oh, there's G-Paw. We thought he was going to be on tonight. He did kind of forgive himself and excuse himself, not feeling well. So G-Paw, hope you do heal up whatever is ailing you, sir. We wish you could have some part of the conversation, but I completely get it. If you're not feeling well, you know, relax and just watch. So Blue Zombie, Vance, appreciate you, sir. He's got a hell of a project coming up. Get updates on that all the time, but I won't let it out there.
No.
And we got a double dipper, another affiliate here. Will Python Portal's joining us tonight because he keeps a wide variety of different animals and species out there. Dwight the Pied Man, one of the best chat groups in Instagram right now is Dwight's album room, where we can just trade songs and talk about music and all the different stuff over the different genres and what do you want to even say, like period pieces, all the way from the 30s up to, you know, 2020s music. So cool channel. Tara, appreciate you. Rat expert right there. If you did not catch the rat episode, go back. Piles of great information on that one. We had a great time. Appreciate Tara for sure. Connie Mom. Appreciate Connie Mom every week coming in here. We got some rat commentary from the backstage that I knew some of these were going to definitely crack me up as we went, but that's all right. Brave Adventures.
Rats. You just hear.
Yeah, it's just here. Rats. It might just a little bit. It might, Greg. Tim Dad, always out there with Connie Mom. Appreciate you. Rats and toes. I don't know about rats and toes is a terrible combo. I'm not putting toes anywhere near rats. But appreciate Tim Dad. Who else we got out there, Jamie?
Did you say hi to Dan? Yeah.
Yep. Big Dan, Vision Quest. John, Chance, Bridget, the whole family down there in Texas. Appreciate Mission Morphs. Another fantastic affiliate. Got Jason Opelt, old family friend that I think he might have the record of every show since we started this 3 years ago. I might be wrong, but he might hold the record for at least attending and saying hey.
Mom and Dad.
Nah, they may have missed one in there. I'm thinking they had like a night out, maybe an anniversary or something, and they just said, screw those kids, we're going to do our thing. No, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Aurora, appreciate you. Thank you for the message earlier tonight. Appreciate the DM. We're definitely going to be able to hook you up with a starting colony on those ASFs. So definitely reach out and let us know. We'll figure that out. Erie, Jen, always good to see you. Appreciate you swinging in too. Man, we got a lot of great names out there tonight. Yeah. Appreciate all these people, honestly. We're getting so close to 1,000 too, guys. I think we're almost
we are.
We're almost at 900, not too far off.
Yep.
Like,
Our goal is
share,
by the end of the
subscribe.
year. We got to do it. Help
Yeah,
us.
we gotta make
Help
it.
us do it.
I agree. C-Dub. Appreciate you. Christopher Walker. Always in the house. Tommy. Jamie's original leopard gecko plug right there.
Yep.
And a fantastic guy, man. He's a hell of a good guy to hang out with down in Daytona. If you get down to that show, find him.
Tommy.
set you
And
up
his
right.
girlfriend. She's a hoot. I like her.
Yes, she is. She's fantastic. Yeah. Big Carl, the latest affiliate right there, was just joined up to the affiliate group. So we're going to add him into the commercial too, guys. If you have stuff over at Satchmo's Exotics, fantastic logo, fantastic merch, and some great animals he's hatching out. So appreciate Carl for sure. Got Jeffrey over at GTL, another one of Jamie's gecko buddies. Kind of keeps her on the straight and narrow and focused.
Yeah.
You know, so those are good conversations. I peek in there, but I keep my nose out of it for the most part. I don't want to get yelled at and all of that stuff. But Jen, hope that hand is healing up. Don't let hoggies chew on your hand, Jen.
Right.
Don't let them do it. Her hand looks like a,
Yeah.
I don't know, a balloon animal, kind of, rather than a hand. But it'll heal up, I'm sure. So
Goofy.
appreciate you swinging in. Jay at Greenline, another relatively new affiliate, but known Jay forever and a fantastic guy around the community. So appreciate you, sir.
Boats and hose.
And look at this. Boats and hose double dipping right there. She is all amped up. She has a Tago running around her room right now, trying to eat her toes, from what we understand.
With her toes up. Yeah.
Yep. Toes sticking straight up to keep them out of the range. Chris, 319, appreciate you. Another fantastic guy in the industry right there, man. Stand-up dude. B-Lock, good to see you. Appreciate you swinging in, too.
Ooh. Pressure.
Oh, Pressure P. Look at this. We got to get him on one of these panels, too. Multispecies would have been right up his alley. In fact, if you want to hop on, holler, and we'll bring you in. So
for sure.
Look at this double dipper, too. I think those eyes are looking at Greg. Greg had some cross words prior to the show. I think those eyeballs are staring him down is what's happening there. So I could be wrong. But
hello.
hey, there's another John, and that's with an H, so I got to appreciate that. Big John, Big 10, thanks for swinging in. Always good to see you, sir.
Sweet Slytherin Delights. This is a new one for us.
That is a brand new one. I don't know if anyone's familiar with them. If they are, fill us in, chat it up, and come back and check us out. We appreciate the new faces out there for sure. That's awesome.
Tell us,
I wonder where they're from.
what your name is. Yeah.
It must be a chef or a cook or something too. Something additional going on there. Hopefully they're not raising ball pythons to make desserts.
No.
I don't know if that's a thing.
Okay, we are all caught up.
All right, that's it. Appreciate everybody that's out there. We'll get through this intro really quick. We'll add in a couple of sponsors that we really need to put something together for. We need to gather up the materials for them. They've been sponsors all the way through, guys. We've got Vinnie down there. We got Chris at BNS, of course. Got Mark out at Rat Bastards, too. And one of the panel affiliates tonight, we've got Greg. Okay. Raven, nice to meet you. Appreciate that. Yep, we got Huda F is Greg at Ripping with TJ there. And we've got Zach over at Reptile Ads sponsoring as well. And Eddie at Static Morphs. Fantastic.
Very nice.
Fantastic animals there. So appreciate all those sponsors. We will put together something for them. Running ads, guys. We will be back in about 2.5, 3 minutes. Something like that. I think it's about 3 minutes. Water break, go do your thing. Smoke break, whatever you got to do. See you in a couple.
Hey folks, Here at The Forge, we prioritize promoting people from the community, especially where we see opportunity to share some valuable insights or products with our followers. That is why we are thrilled to have BNS Reptilia as a sponsor. Chris is a fantastic example of bringing value to the community, with years of experience keeping a variety of animals from ball pythons and blood pythons to boas or colubrids and more. Chris brings a wide breadth of knowledge and a collection of beautiful animals. Chris also carries Coco2go and The Chipper, two of the highest quality reptile bedding products on the market. If you want to learn more about any of these species, are looking to add to your collection, or in need of some top-notch substrate, please don't hesitate to reach out to Chris at BNS Reptilia. Chris is also a member of a growing community of breeders who accept Forge Coin, so don't forget to show them your Forge Coin.
So that is it, guys. Like I say, we got 4 or 5 more we need to add to that. So unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you look at it, it's going to get a little bit longer. Maybe we'll do 2 throughout the show when we get those new ones.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got a whole host of people back there, or we did have. Now Greg left us. I don't know. He poured it out of here somehow. But
I'm just kidding.
No, he's hiding. Who the F is Greg?
Who?
So we're going to start off a little different than we normally do when we introduce these people. We've got a little spiel about them, but we're going to let them do their own because of the topic tonight. It's all about multi-species, so we're just going to have them run down a quick list. Everybody's familiar with these people.
Before we do that, people are wondering where Jason is. If you want to recap.
Man, is this in the comments and chats?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I did not see that. But yeah, Jason died. So
no,
unfortunately,
he did not.
He didn't die.
Jesus.
He didn't fucking die. He's
brutal.
Working his butt off because we have a facility we need to finish, and fall and winter is coming really quick. So he's got plenty of things to do, and he says, you know what? I'm going to trade in my no remorph Crucible outside the enclosure time. I'm going to head out there and do the mudding and the taping and the sanding and all of the things those rooms need before we can get those closed up. So that's where Jason's at. He'll be back. I think he talked about like a 4 or 5 week little skip section so we can get some of this stuff jumped ahead. We've lagged behind. We're old. We don't move nearly as quick as we should out there to get things done. So we need to take the times we can get. But apologies on the people that actually thought he died. He did not die. So just a repeat on that. No, he will be back. But yeah. And I'm getting all kinds of flack from the background for smiling so much for the death announcement. But, so yeah, we're going to have them do this a little different this week, guys. We're going to have them kind of let us know the things they're either keeping. Well, I guess just in general, the things they're keeping. Whether they're breeding that or not may vary. But to get an idea of their background and their perspective, it's going to be nice to know what each of these people is working with currently. So I think we're just going to go left to right as it is on my screen down at the bottom. So we're going to bring out Will at Python Portal first.
Hi, Jamie.
Will, thank you, sir. Been an affiliate since the get-go. Even though you didn't get all the perks and benefits right out of the gate, we figured that out, and we got you into the chats and everything. I don't know how the heck you sat so quiet on the sidelines all that time, but you were patient with us, and we got you in there. Let us know, what are you keeping? I know you're doing all kinds of things from invertebrates all the way through reptiles.
So I currently keep ball pythons. I have a blood python, super dwarf retic.
Okay.
I have a East Australian water dragon. I have a Sudan plated lizard, and I have crested geckos. What am I missing? Something. Oh, and I have tarantulas. I I used to keep scorpions. My last one just passed due to old age, so I don't have any scorpions currently, but I do have tarantulas.
Okay. That's a
And
bummer. I know you really enjoyed the scorpions too.
oh yeah, and he was my favorite one too, but he was already old when I got him too, so I already
Okay.
knew it was going to happen after a while. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's a wild variety. I mean, you're not just jumping species; you're like jumping entire groups. Yeah, I mean that's cool. So the plated, I've seen photos and things. We'll get more details on that, but can you kind of give us just a real brief intro on like the keeping requirements for something like that? They're pretty
so
different, right?
actually, they're really close to bearded dragon.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Yeah,
super arid and
a lot of their diet too. They can have certain fruits, veggies, and mealworms and stuff like that as well.
okay. Very cool. Very cool. They're crazy looking. I've always loved the way they look. You know, it's like a
Oh
little
yeah.
miniature actual dragon, right? So yeah, bad ass. So there you go. Wide variety of input. You're going to have a lot to say about these different aspects of this tonight. So
Oh,
thank
for
you
sure.
again, Will, for swinging out. Hang in
Thank
there.
you.
We're gonna bring out Ashley next with Catalina Morph Mixers, part of the official Boats and Hose crew,
No,
Rats and Toes crew, with something running around your room tonight, right?
yeah, I don't know if he put himself to bed yet or not.
No, he does. He just kind of goes and finds his little doghouse and calls it good.
Dog pee pads I put down, like he's pretty chill, like he's cool.
Nice, nice. So same scoop. Give us just a quick overview, like all the different things you're keeping, because I know that list is big too. So,
Yeah, so obviously I do have ball pythons. I have a golden tegu. I do have my blue tegu, which I'll be finding a female for eventually. I have my Dumerals pair, and then I do have boas as well. And then the boas, I don't think I plan on breeding not in this moment. I do have the Solomon Island ground boas, but I did sell them to the friend. I did end up breeding them, but that species just wasn't for me. I decided, so I'm gonna let somebody else have a fun time with that. So, we have bearded dragons, crested geckos, leopard geckos, and then I'm trying to think. Yeah, and then we got the Colombian rainbow boas. I think I said tarantulas.
The
Yeah,
lychees.
the lychees, and then I also have my dwarf and super dwarf retic, which I do plan to breed in the future. But yeah, there's a good variety of species. I do have a pair of Madagascar hognoses coming in, so I'm pretty excited about those
Oh.
for breeding. Because you can't have them like in Illinois, So you can't have the Western, so it'd be nice to have something that people can have.
sure.
And then I'll have some black and white king snakes and stuff come in as well. Those will be coming in
Nice.
next week. So keeping the variety going.
I guess. Okay, well, you're going to have plenty of input too, because again, another
Yeah.
wide range of things from little toe eaters running around the floor to arboreal stuff. So
Very.
that's super awesome. Yeah, absolutely, Greg. I had to get that in there for sure. So next on the hit list, and again, I'm just going left to right as it appears to me, guys. So no preferential treatment or anything here, but like I said, kind of in the intro, known around the industry as is kind of one of the longevity experts, I guess, for having things for a long time and really having the experience with a lot of these different species. Chris at BNS.
What's up, everybody?
I'm a little bit scared to hear this list because I think it's going to wander off a long ways. But what all do you have over there, Chris? And maybe start from like your first.
Yeah, right.
I'll try to
Exactly,
keep
maybe
it
what
short.
you don't have, as Greg says back there. But,
I don't have any
maybe
rainbow
like your
boas.
oldest stuff to like your latest. Maybe that would help people with a mental picture.
I think it's gonna be easier if I do like pets over breeding.
Okay.
Start with pets, but
Sure, sure.
I give a shout out to Sundog Serpents.
Yes, absolutely.
Got this shirt in Daytona. Good
Nice.
stuff.
Yeah, fantastic people, man.
Absolutely. So let's see. We have a Pueblan milk snake upstairs. We have a Texas indigo in the bedroom, a Taiwanese beauty rat snake, in the bedroom. 3 green tree pythons in the bedroom. What's the other one? What else we got up there? Baron's Racer in the bedroom. That's all pets. But the green trees are breeders, but they're easier to keep kind of separate and just like minor climate habitat. You know, they're in their cage, they have plants, and just they're easier to manage. There's something that like you got to like watch their behavior. That's one thing we were going to talk about. And then coming out to the other room, we got 4 redfoot tortoises, a rhino iguana, a pair of Dominican red mountain boas. That's a new acquisition. And then we have crested geckos, day geckos, a pair of day geckos in with them, a cage of anoles that were just, I don't know why I haven't.
It came back in your luggage from Daytona.
So not this year, but last year. And then I had picked up some. It's, there's certain tree boas will feed readily on anoles or, you know, baby crested geckos. So that's where those came into play. I was like, well, let's just get a colony of 2-6 cresties, some day geckos, and just let's mess with the anoles. I had picked up a pair of boas that were on anoles, frozen thawed. So I thought, you know, why don't I just try breeding them so that maybe 5-6 years down the road, if this species goes full term for me, I have food for them readily. So that's where that came into play. Then we work with Pituophis. We got like 5 subspecies of pine snakes: Southerns, Blacks, Louisianas, Northern Mexicans, and we're raising up. Huh? Oh, Greg in the back.
That's Greg in the background. Yeah. And you got to go, what?
They're northern Mexican pine snakes. It's different. There's a couple different localities to those too. There's like Cape Bajas that we're raising up. And then we picked up a ring python that we're just kind of messing with, a little male. We got some Hondurans that we're raising up, just a kind of a new species. Do bull snakes. We got some scrub python eggs this year, so that was a pretty good highlight.
Oh, scrubs. That's a bit of a rare thing for breeding, right? I mean, there aren't that many to begin with, but like to actually have successful clutches, right?
Certain localities, they can be finicky. Last year I got slugs dialed it in. This year I got 8 or 9. I forget how many eggs. So that's a first. That's a new species this year.
Congrats.
Thank you. And it's nice because the pair I got are long-term captives, but they just want to eat your face. So hopefully some babies I can raise up to be a little bit more manageable, you know, and show like the species to people, you know. Argentine boas. We work with like 6 locality other boas. We got Peruvians, a light and dark phase. We got Guyanas that we're raising up, and then we got Costa Ricans, Tarahumara mountain boas.
Man.
Sorry.
I was not falling asleep, but I'm wondering if anyone's keeping a tally.
I got a pair of Woma pythons I'm raising up. I have a female Angolan that's raising up. And then there's about 100 and some odd ball pythons mixed in there. Some other green trees that we're raising up. Blood pythons. That's right. We work with blood pythons.
Yes, very much so. And
nice examples. I only have 5 blood pythons, and they're only the two species. The third, I just acquired the third. I did a trade with Kike down Daytona, and I just picked up Borneos, that line. So, yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, garter snakes. I have a pair of garter snakes that I'm kind of dabbling with. The red-sided California and an albino. They're fun.
So that's the stuff inside. And you got peacocks and owls and weasels and bears and fox, and you have some.
We hunt some of that stuff. We don't really keep that. We hunt the bears and fox, but we keep. We got a big sulcata. Peacocks and chickens. So that's It's more like a hatchery over here. Oh
yeah.
Hatchery.
Yeah. Have you ever looked into like a grant or funding for like a zoo? Because I mean, you're right on the edge there.
Not yet. I really want to buy my neighbor's property and turn his house into a complete like little zoo for real. Just have like walkthroughs. Yeah, I went to.
Is he aware? Is he aware of that?
Not yet, but I'm gonna see if I can do like a reverse mortgage thing with him and like see if I can talk him into it. See what number will make him jump.
So, by the way, could you get out?
I'll be looking for sponsors if anybody wants to invest in a
That's
mini
so
zoo.
funny.
You need to invest in like a Mothman costume and just stalk the
Right,
woods at night
right.
around his place.
Oh, I
Just
already hunt
horrific
on his
noises
property, so I mean, it is what it is. I've known him my whole life. He's known me since a little kid running around this property, so it's like he's real cool. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Every time
Dude,
I go
that
away,
is-
if he sees anybody come on the property, he just calls me right away. He's like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Nice.
It's okay. Don't shoot them. They're allowed to be here.
He could be the security guard at your new zoo.
There you go.
I
Yep.
don't know if he'd want to live there with hundreds of snakes in his house. Yeah.
I'm guessing not. No.
He's a badass biker dude, but when you say snakes, he's like, I'll look at him. I don't want to touch him.
Get him a
I'll
camper
look at him
outside
from
to
my
live in.
place. Right, exactly. Ash.
I think I'm done. I think that was it.
Man, that's a lit. Okay, so we know there's a background there and plenty we can draw on tonight.
I'm sure I
Appreciate
missed
that for
something.
sure. Oh, I'm sure you did too. Probably 8 or 9 things by the
Nah,
sounds
not
of it.
that many.
All right, so we got another one. Been around us since we started into this. Met them nice and early and fantastic couple in this. Greg, TJ.
Delightful.
Yeah, they're delightful, but they also do a huge range of stuff and a bunch of stuff Greg just got that he isn't real sure if he wants yet or not, the way I understand it. But
he has
what are we working with over there? Greg?
Somebody else's problems is what I got.
Oh no.
How the hell do you follow Chris? I mean, Jesus.
Right.
Right.
everything else would be like sound like you have like 2 things or something.
Yeah, right.
It's not a numbers game. It's about the knowledge, experience.
Let's see. So, I started off with corn snakes and ball pythons. We progressed into a BCI boa. Then we progressed into a Brazilian rainbow. We progressed into 2 species of carpet pythons. We've got both jungles and inlands. What else am I missing? TJ has a gargoyle gecko that she's keeping. We've had a California king for a while now. We just acquired in a rescue type situation 3 more California kings, a pair of MBKs. One I'm really actually excited about is an Eastern King, came with that group. I've wanted an Eastern King since we got into this. They're just a badass snake.
Just a tank.
They really are. I mean, they're ounce for ounce, they're the strongest snake in the world.
Yeah,
they are just
absolute tank.
brutal.
Very cool.
Yeah. I just picked up when I say just, it's been probably 6 months now, but I got a Mandarin rat snake.
Ooh,
I was
I'd
hoping you were going to
really-
mention that.
Yeah, I'd really like to find a female for that because that is one beautiful snake.
Mandarin.
Would
Yep,
love to get one of
gorgeous.
those. We recently acquired a scorpion as well. Because
Will?
we needed a scorpion. Yeah, that's what we needed.
Not a scorpion
Everybody
fan
needs a
yet,
scorpion.
but it could grow on you, right?
I don't dislike the scorpion. It's not a spider, so we're on good terms. You know,
They're fun to
arachnids.
feed. Like the fruit in there, I like when they were running around like, "Wah," you know,
Maybe. I'll be honest. It makes me a little nervous when the granddaughter is up there poking around at the cage.
Yeah.
Because reasons.
yes.
But yeah,
Can you actually hold them?
the species that we have is the Asian species, and the answer that I've received to that is no.
But if you're allergic to bees or anything like that, you don't want to take that chance. Like,
Yeah,
Nothing
apparently
at age,
the larger ones, the emperors, can be pretty calm.
Okay.
But this jungle variety species, they say, yeah, that fuck around and find out, pretty much.
Everything's on the jungles like that, right?
Right. anything with the word jungle in it, that's
If it's
probably
look, if it's from the
accurate.
jungle or it's from Australia, just leave it alone. Don't touch it. Leave it
Yeah.
alone.
And kind of, I've picked that up over time. I don't know a ton about this stuff, but I've filtered jungle, Australian. Neither of those needs to be around. So
Yeah,
I get
everything
it.
in Australia wants to kill you, so you got to be careful there.
Right.
So really another wide list of things too. So these are going to be great topics. And you guys, I don't know if you've caught it before. Ashley, you've been part of the show before. Greg, you have too. We basically give you guys an opportunity to field a question on the topic for everyone else in the group to answer. I should say that we're the most limited in this panel tonight of species kept. We have basically ball pythons. We got one MBK, thanks to Chris, doing fantastic. We have a lychee, and Jamie does a ton of leopard geckos, and she's doing fantastic with that. So we're limited to just 4. A lot of that is due to space, but until we get this facility done and we can actually organize and have things the way we want it, we're working with a very limited space. So we want to keep that as it is and not get, over our skis too far and land face first in the snow. So we can kind of move into that format. I don't know if one of you wants to volunteer for the first question, or if you want that to be Jamie, or how do we want to do
volunteer
that?
to go backstage.
Jamie's like, I can go.
Wrong show,
buy
Jamie.
that."
I can go first.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Have you fed the Mexican Black King a stillborn or any type of snake prey yet, or eggs?
We have not. No. We had situations where we had leopard geckos that were not going to thrive, and she enjoyed that. That was totally fine.
So she took them.
Yes.
I never thought about that.
Have not done that with the snakes yet. Just haven't had the opportunity. She's
Gotcha.
basically been on rats multiple times a week, whether it's an extra frozen thawed that we had after people refused, or if we just toss alive in there because it had been a day or two. You know what I mean?
Nice, nice.
She's a pretty regular eater. She's not
yeah.
shy to eat. So
The only time she skips is when she's shedding.
yeah.
Have you
absolutely.
cycled her yet, or like slowed her down in the winter, or just stayed or keep her steady?
No.
No,
we
just
keep her
steady room
good.
temp. She's basically sitting at that 80 degree, maybe 77 to
Good.
80, and
That
just
way she
room
doesn't
humidity.
cycle. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You
Yep.
can always you can always freeze anything, or kink stillborns, or anybody like that. You can always freeze them and keep them and use them later like that too.
For sure, yeah, that's absolutely the plan.
Cool.
We've had those situations and not had something to do with it, so they do. They get frozen until it's garbage day, and what a waste! What a sad use of something like that
Yeah.
when it could go to something else.
Yeah, and even like slugs, you could even offer a slug or so. I wouldn't offer a lot, but you can offer slugs from the ball pythons or whatever species. They might take
okay.
it. Yep.
They will take a slug. I did not know
They
that.
might.
I
They might.
tried offering a leopard gecko slug and it wouldn't eat it.
Okay. Maybe the snake scent, it might be a little stronger
Yeah.
for 'em,
Yeah.
but who
Gotcha,
knows?
gotcha.
I mean,
Well,
just something,
yeah.
instead of throwing them all out, give them one or so. I wouldn't give them like 4, because you might be
Right.
cooking up a slop of, no. Maybe one just for enrichment, but man,
Unless you completely want to do a full enclosure change.
yeah, that's gonna
Keep
be.
it to one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a chore.
It is. That's a job, cleaning that enclosure. And we have it on a rotation now where we started with bioactive. It wasn't bioactive upkept. It was a bioactive setup we never engaged. So we never threw the springtails. We never threw in any of the, pods in there. None of the plant or any of that stuff. It was all the soil and the setup to go that direction.
She just
And we just put her
burrowed.
in there and just have at it. And she
Destroy
just,
it.
yeah, absolutely rampaged it.
I
Loved
wish
it.
I could have
mean, she did
taken an
great in there.
aerial view of her burrowing.
Right? Scrape the surface off and it just looked like the weirdest
Just a
teacup
tunnels
maze
everywhere.
in there. Yeah, it was crazy. But
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, definitely burrowers.
yeah, and that surprised me how much she enjoyed that and would literally sit just with her, I don't know, maybe front 10 inches or so out. Just checking around. The rest of her, she knew she was good. Could disappear in a heartbeat, right? But I don't know.
It's
very
crazy.
cool.
Our California is one of the most active snakes we have. She's always out. She's always climbing and
Yep.
going around.
They're
I
always looking.
use a light in her enclosure that it's got a magnetic attachment to the ceiling, and I have to go in there twice a week to put that back up because she's climbed over the cord and pulled that down.
Just rampaging.
They're
Yeah,
not-
she's worse than the carpets about that, man. She's all over the place.
Yeah, I always got to check my panels on all my Pituophis. Every other day, I'm like looking, make sure they're plugged in because they'll go up no matter how tight you make that wire loop. They just wedge themselves in there and pop it out.
Pull it right out.
Yeah, and it's like it is what it is. They're not. It's not going to bother them, but I like to keep them on a cycle.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Which is
Now they're
another.
going to find that stuff and pry. And that's true of anything you put them in. I mean, they are going to find a corner somewhere and they're going to work at that corner until they rub their nose raw.
Yep.
Well, the
Just
newer
goofy.
panels are making them now with these clips that hold the wire in there. Good luck getting those damn things loose. Good God, they're hard enough to get in there.
That's the answer, man.
Yeah, they are.
All right, guys, let's shift
All
it
right.
up. We're going to do this, but we're
It's,
not going to do
yep.
this.
We cut off. Yep.
How's that? Are you back, Chris?
Shoot.
Okay.
All right.
So now, Ashley volunteered. You got a question for everybody. We're just going to go top to bottom, and everybody's going to give their opinion on this particular question. So what you got?
So everyone that does have the multiple species, at any point, did you feel you were in over your head, and what did you do in that moment to change it up for yourselves?
All right. Fantastic question. Over your head with the species, and how did you fix it?
Yeah,
Jamie?
overwhelmed,
Well,
whatever.
Our situation's a little different because we have so few species. All we breed is the pythons and the geckos. So my answer's going to just be a little bit different. I paired up 7 leopard geckos this year, 4 last year, or maybe 5, and had 17 hatchlings. This year I'm going to have like 60 hatchlings. So
A lot of crickets.
it's a lot. And I have a couple of mentors and I've been talking with them and they're helping me figure out how to focus down to like what specifically do I want to breed. And I'm planning to only hold back 1 or 2 leopard geckos from each pairing this year. So yeah, next year will be different.
There you go. So no, the answer is no. We really haven't felt that so much as far as the species issue.
Yeah.
More or less controlling ourselves and what we want to see pretty babies from. That's our
Yeah.
issue.
Yep.
Maybe over pair at times. But Will, thoughts?
No, I've never felt overwhelmed because I think for me, I got to keep thinking, I got to keep moving and that kind of stuff. So it kind of helps teach me the patience and time management thing. And a lot of it just helps me to kind of focus in on something, and then I move on to the next thing, and then I focus in on that kind of a aspect of how I go through all of my different reptiles and whatnot that I have. I wouldn't say overwhelmed. It's just taught me a lot of patience. Obviously, you got to make sure that you do your research and whatnot, especially when you're going into multiple species. But really, I've never really felt overwhelmed with it.
Good. So you're at that sweet spot, at least for the moment.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Chris, 3 kids, a
What's
wife, a neighbor you can't get rid of, and like 84 species.
Oh,
Do
I
you
don't want to get
feel
rid of. I don't get rid
overwhelmed?
of Bobby. Bobby's the man. Bobby will do anything I ask him. He'll mow my lawn for me if I need it. He'll let the tortoise out if I need to. Bobby's the man.
Oh man. Yes, I do. I feel that.
You sound overwhelmed now.
Right?
How
You're
I,
like
Just this
overwhelmed from this question.
how I manage it is I get 4 more species that I don't have and raise them up to channel my energy. Yes, I felt it before. It definitely hits you. It comes in waves. Like for instance, this year, I felt it with the ball pythons and like time consumption. I didn't breed any ball pythons this year. I had one clutch that was laid, but it was from pairing late last season, and none of the eggs. It was probably a partho. None of the eggs made it full term. They all just went bam.
Sure.
But over the winter, I had a clutch of green tree python eggs, and unfortunately, she dropped them from the perch, so that was not good. They didn't go the distance, right? But now I have a timing.
Sad.
I have a season. I know what works. So we just do it this year, and we pull the perches out, and provide proper nest box. She had a nest box, but it is what it is. And then this year, besides that, we were able to get a clutch of scrub python eggs. So that kind of, it doesn't make up for say 20 ball python clutches, but monetarily wise, no. But time wise, to spend with the family and get things adjusted, because this is a business, but I also do a lot of hunting. So I have a lot of hobbies. I do a lot of fishing, and we're coming into the fall, so. This year, I'm definitely going to pair to progress some projects, but I did pair a lot of animals this year. I think I had maybe 15 clutches across the board. I had some blood pythons. I had a lot of coluber clutches, but definitely feel overwhelmed the majority of the time. But I think that's what keeps me going. It's just about managing it, how you manage it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, overwhelmed, but some people kind of thrive on that. And if you're the type of person that needs that kind of stimulus or whatever to kind of keep one foot behind the other, it works for them, where other people kind of collapse in that.
I don't sit still much, but I like when I go on vacation, like I do, like I vacation, I forget about everything, and it's nice to have good people around. That's another important thing, to have people around that you can let go of a lot of that anxiety and that stress of feeling like, okay, I gotta feed this, I gotta water this, I gotta check that, I gotta do this, and every species is on a different clock.
I don't know how you manage the cycles alone with all the species that you keep. It's
Right.
got to be. I would have to have like 4 apps to just track that down.
No, you just need two. That's it.
Just
Simple things.
2 apps.
All you need is a calendar and a weather app. That's all you need.
That's an awfully full calendar, though.
Yeah, right.
Like, I need calendars with
every
days
day,
like
there's
6
alerts
feet
every
long
day.
on them.
There's alerts every day. Sometimes you
Wow.
dismiss them and you wait, but most of the times you take care of that alert, and that's another thing that we could talk about later.
And does your wife help you with all the species or some of the species?
So the redfoots are kind of hers. She handles
Okay.
those, and the sulcata outside, the peacock. She takes care of the birds and stuff like that. I
Okay.
mean, I help her with them and stuff like that if I have to. But
Yeah.
before our third child, our 1-year-old, before that, like when she was pregnant with her, she did help a lot. She cleaned a lot of tubs and just did a
Okay.
lot of maintenance. Like I came in, I fed, I swapped things, I put dirty tubs out. She cleaned them, she stacked them and dried them, and then she picked up a few more hours with work and whatnot after the baby was
Okay.
born. And that transformed into no more help down here. Still does her part with everything else, which is
Right.
everything else, through
Right.
2 other children. But the most of the reptile stuff is now all on me. But I have a couple guys that work with her, like some young kids, some barbacks, some freshmen in college, some kids that just graduated high school. I bring them over here and pay them $20 an hour to scrub tubs or
Nice.
mess around in the
Yeah.
Pituophis cage and scrape up big wet piles of stinky poo. So
Me.
yeah, and it makes it worth it. I should save that money, but it's the time is it's not
Yeah.
worth it.
Right.
I do
And
get help
somebody
here.
that used to swing in, not to get too far off topic, but somebody used to swing in a lot, and we still catch his show on the weekends. You have an admirer, Chris.
Yes,
He says,
Don
he's a
Disler.
handsome guest in the yellow.
Donnie.
Appreciate seeing Don up there.
Don's smile is unmatchable, man.
Yes.
Oh, shows. It's just unmatchable. Have you ever met him in person?
No,
No.
unfortunately, no.
The energy is unattainable. Just
Oh,
it's
I
Awesome.
out of
imagine.
control. It's like
One day we'll have to meet them.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, answer overwhelmed, but that's your zone.
Yeah, that seems where I kind of do my best.
Yeah, absolutely. Greg's about to give the exact opposite answer. I can tell. Overwhelmed
Holding
and I'm
back
hating
tears?
this
What's
shit.
going on?
You know, I am a I hyperanalyze the shit out of things. I mean, I research. Hell, I bought computer speakers a couple of years ago, and I researched that for 6 months before I bought the damn thing. So, no, overwhelmed because I really dial in and do my homework before I take on a species. I want to know. I want to be able to anticipate everything that I'm going to experience with the animals to a degree as best I can before I go in. So, and one of my pet peeves with people who keep animals is those who just say, "Oh, I'm going to get this," and absolutely know nothing about the species before they take it home. That's a problem for me. That drives me nuts. I
I'm
can't
sorry,
take
Greg.
I'm sorry, Greg. Chris is like,
I mean,
there's no way I could know everything about all of these animals.
I was going to say,
beforehand.
when you keep 1,400 species, one or two might get by you. I don't know.
But no, I hear you there loud and clear. It's really annoying getting that, hey, I want one of these, and you ask why, and they don't even have that answer. And it's like, well, you do not need to look into this animal. So,
One of the worst things that you can see at a show is someone walking out of there with a rainbow boa that they know absolutely nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
Because you
Yeah.
can almost guarantee that animal has zero chance of a future.
I don't even have one of them.
yeah.
You know, once
I-
you get them past that hatchling phase,
Mhm.
and you get a year out, it's not really a problem. And I tell you, the cheat code to the rainbow boas, especially the Brazilians, is bioactive enclosures. Because it helps
Yes,
them
yes.
to maintain the humidity levels, and the heat is so much more regulated.
Yeah.
It's easy. That's the cheat code to them, really.
Yeah, I had a baby when I was younger, and I had issues with it, but I was much younger in my keeping. I didn't have the experience I have now. So, I mean, bloods, it's got to be similar. I definitely want to jump into that pool eventually.
Yeah,
For sure, for sure.
yeah. Don's got
Don
one.
says
Don's
he
got a
loves
gorgeous
it.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweetheart. Yeah, I've always heard they're an extremely rewarding animal to keep, but yes, definitely much more attention to the humidity, the temps, and keeping things right
Yep.
for them. So,
Yeah.
absolutely. Critical. Now, I'm going to rebuttal your statement a little bit, Greg, because
Come at me, bruh.
I feel
Get it,
like
dog.
in our conversations and stuff, and just off of media, things like that, where we hang out, I heard a little overwhelmed on this taking in these rescues.
You know, yes, but that had nothing to do with the species. That had a lot more to do with, what was it, 26 animals with mites? That was a
Right.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes,
that
you were
makes-
still overwhelmed. Yes.
That makes me want to burn my house down.
I mean, you know,
Right,
we had
Ugh.
we were expecting it. We weren't expecting taking on the animals, but once we decided that we were going to take the animals in, we they're not coming in here. They're not coming in this house. Fuck that. The first
Right.
thing we did was set up a quarantine in the garage, and just did a demilitarized zone of various chemicals.
Did you try the tablets, the ingestible?
So we're waiting. I think that they're supposed to arrive tomorrow. We've been waiting for forever to get them in.
Okay.
There
What
was a
tablets are
back
these?
order or something?
And what's
The
your-
Yes, do tell.
It's 2.5
Yeah.
milligrams per kilo.
Right. What's the name of it, Chris? Because I'm horrible with the name of it.
Yeah.
You're like, they're tablets.
Frontline.
No, it's not frontline.
right?
Okay.
It's not frontline. No,
No?
it's something
Is
guard.
it kill a bitch?
Oh,
Kill a
safe,
bitch
yeah.
tablets?
safeguard.
Not safe.
Safeguard.
Safe. No, what
I
is
think
it?
it's
God
safeguard.
damn it! I'll think of it in a minute. Give me a minute. And I'll think of it.
Right.
But yeah, there was a study done with those for the mites, and we decided once we saw just how bad we were in the mites, that we were like, oh yeah, let's do that. Let's get them in.
Is it NextGuard?
Next guard, that's it. See,
That's
Aurora
it.
was the same one brought up last time. I'm
Right.
terrible with remembering
Yeah.
that name.
You had to go through the vet, right, to get it, or did you get
Yeah.
it online?
Well, we'll talk about that after the show. Yes,
It's like,
Yes.
Yes.
you can have
That
friends
got it.
sometimes. Yes.
yes.
Right.
So what did you
Okay.
say like the dosage was?
Yeah. What was
per
your
week?
dosage?
That's just
So-
I haven't heard that before. That's new.
I do not have the paperwork in front of me to spot it.
You are
it's
just
Christmas.
not prepared, are you?
For that question, no.
Yeah, I think it's 2.5 milligrams per kilo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which when
So
you got
1,000 grams.
right.
I just
so
had
we're-
somebody message me.
Right
I
now.
don't know who they are, but they had their whole collection had them. They're like, how do I get rid of them? So I was giving them
2.6.
some information.
So if you
Kilos more than that.
get them through a vet, the vet can break it down for you what it's supposed to be. The study is available online. If you just look for NextGuard in reptiles for mite treatment, you should be able to find it fairly easy. It's basically you just have to grind it up till you can get it into a liquid form, and then gut load whatever prey item you're feeding. So, for us, we'll just take a mouse, take a frozen thawed mouse and
Inject.
gut load with the dosage and throw it in.
Can you still? I think you can put the pill in like the rodent as well, like in its mouth. Like you could shove it down its mouth too if you get it far enough in the gullet. I believe.
Kind of a gut
I don't
loaded-
know, because I don't
Spark it
know
up.
how well that would digest, Chris. To be honest, I'd be leery because
I
those
did it.
pills.
It worked all right. I had to try it with some quarantine animals that I had purchased from a collection, and it seemed to work all right.
Really?
As
Okay.
long as you got it far enough down in the throat, like of the rodent, it seemed to digest it
So,
fine. There was no
how did you
issue.
get your dosage low enough doing it that way?
I just did 2.5 per 1,000 grams
Okay.
of animal. There was I don't know if it was a green tree python podcast or something on like Trap Talk or.
But
it
how
was
many
something-
milligrams are those tablets?
I think they are 10, so I just chopped them up. So
Okay.
it was 2.5 every quarter. So if the snake weighed 2,000 grams, it got a half. If it weighed, and as far as what I remember hearing and listening, you can almost not overdose. Which, like, if you go over a couple milligrams per
Right.
gram of animal, you're not going to kill your snake.
We were really concerned at first about the colubrids because colubrids are sensitive to everything.
That's a different story. Yes.
Well,
I'm strictly
but
talking ball pythons.
they did go back and they did test it with colubrids as well, and had similar success rate with colubrids. And I'm talking about
lower, though,
live animals going from 25 to 50 to 0 in like 6 to 8 hours time after dosage.
Just
No.
dropping
So
them.
it works really, really fast.
When the dosage was the same, do you remember?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Yes.
Alright.
But of course, with your colubrids, they're smaller animals, so you've
Yeah, I
got
was
to
gonna
be
say,
make
much
sure
more
you're
cautious.
weighing every animal, and yeah.
Yeah.
So what
Right.
we're gonna have to do is weigh each animal, and then just place like a dosage card, on their enclosure that we've got for now until
But-
we get everybody dosed.
You should only have to, and you should only have to do that, 2 months?
Not even.
Realistically.
Not even. I mean, because you're probably going to look at
30 days.
one full hatch cycle, which is 3 weeks.
21
Two-
days, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so
So
by 1 month, because by the time they hatch and they're able to feed again, the second they feed, they're dead instantly.
they should
Yeah.
be, still.
Yeah, so they don't repropagate at all.
Right. And
Yeah.
you know,
That's
reptiles,
great,
they don't process the medication as quickly as a mammal's going to, so that medication is going to stay in their system
Lingers.
longer.
Yeah, lingers
Yeah.
around a lot longer.
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
That's a
eh?
great solution.
Maybe it's like
I think
50
Great.
days, 60 days, just like a follow up, just to be safe.
Yeah.
You
Our
know?
vet was going to look into trying to find a lab that would be able to process that down into a liquid format so that the dosage there would be no question in the dosage.
that'd be
So it
nice
would
if you
be in a
could.
suspension that you didn't have to be concerned with, just how much you were grinding up in there. And we hadn't heard back from him on that yet. He said it would take him a while, but if anyone's got the connections to do it, he would have those. So he was looking into that.
Now, do they
Um,
recommend that it's safe for your hatchlings all the way up to adults, or they say like, okay, once you get to like subadult use? Like,
I would be very hesitant to go with hatchlings. I would
right,
not do that unless they were yearling or above.
right.
Just
So I
because there's just so much that can go on with
yeah.
them.
I
So
always
much
get
And
worried, like,
growth
what
hatchlings,
to
and
tell people that have
metabolism.
hatchlings that have their whole collection that has had mites. Like I literally have this question in my inbox. Like their
yeah.
whole collection. It's like trying to debate what to do with the hatchlings that's going to be safe enough for them.
And the hatchlings, coconut oil works great for them. And there's just
Yeah,
so much less body surface to concern yourself
oh yeah,
about with the hatchlings.
big time.
And they can't hide under their scales as well because their scales are so small.
right.
You're gonna see them on a hatchling much quicker than you are, on
Your
a
adults.
1,000-gram animal. So
Hmm.
it's I, colubrids. I don't know, man. Like the kings, because their scales are so much finer
Yeah.
Right.
than the balls.
A lot of the sprays and permethrin stuff like that can be pretty lethal to a lot of the colubrids.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So you
big
guys
time.
ever done like the Taurus like dip at all?
Yeah, I've tried the dip. Yep,
Yeah.
it works good when you have things coming in that you're just not sure about, or even if you know about, you have it, and you're like, oh, what the hell is this? A quick dip will
Right.
definitely take care of
I know a lot of
everything.
people that like do that even for their babies. Every time they come back from a show, they just dip them and then put them in their tub. I don't know that I would feel comfortable doing that after every show because I go quite a
No,
bit. But
no,
That's a
not
lot of
every
bathing.
baby. That's a lot of stress on them. I think after show, my typical, not that we're trying to get on a quarantine thing after shows or whatnot, but my typical thing is just paper towels, and like they go on paper towels after a show, and it depends on who I'm next to too.
yeah,
I got spray
yep,
with me if I need it. I don't know who I'm next to, but I'll paper towel them, and then I'll come down a couple days and just double check everything, and they'll stay on paper towels for a good month or so,
right.
just to make sure. It's a pain in the ass to clean them, but I'd rather them be on paper towels and see an issue as soon as it happens, rather than be on Coco and see 5 that have an issue, and
Well,
then
I'll
whole
tell
Right.
somebody who has any kind of invertebrates or insects or anything when we go to a show, I spray my tablecloth down before a show.
Yeah.
Um,
Do
before
you
I
guys ever
pack
do
them
the
up in
hot
the box.
shot
yeah,
like
just
under
like
the table
it
or under
spreads
your
into one
displays?
hatchling rack, like it goes to
I've
all
not
the
I've
others.
not gone that far with
That's
it.
not.
We typically just use the rid spray.
Yeah.
And I'll spray our tablecloths down
Just so
before
if
we
the
pack everything up for the
contact,
show. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know
that
some
way.
breeders that hang the hot shots like under their table. Some will spray their like it's
Well, and there's
And then
I'd be
always that
afraid to do
person.
that. Yeah, because
yeah.
dude, that's an airborne thing, man. If you were close to an invertebrate table at
Yeah.
all,
Right,
you could kill
Knock
off
'em
half
out.
their
right.
table.
So
I
I'm
would.
real careful, and I mean I sell like at the Fredericksburg show that we're getting ready to do. I'll sell some isopods there too. But what I do is I keep them back away from my table, and I make
Right.
sure if I see somebody walking up to the table and they're going to talk to me and they have isopods in their hand, I tell them quick, hey, don't put them down there. I spray.
Don't
Right?
put anything down on my table. I
Well,
will choke you.
Now, do you say anything else
Right.
besides just I
say it a
spray
little
or
louder,
like?
Chris, for the ones in the back.
Oh my lord. Do not, if
Set
you're at a
things on the
reptile
table,
show,
man.
do not put your animals down on a vendor's table. Please.
Yes. Yes.
And stop bringing your own to the
Like,
damn
Yes.
show.
100%.
if you're
And then being
going
like,
to
look,
a
I'm hanging
show,
over. Yeah. No.
if you're going to a show and you think it's a good idea, for you to take your animal out and stress your animal and subject it to whatever's at that show, and subject whatever's at that show to whatever maybe from your animal. Stay the hell home.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm all about asking people and talking to people and engaging with people about what they bought. I want to see what you bought. I do. I really do. But please don't put it on my table. I want to talk to you about everything you have. Yes, but just, yeah. Just
So this is one of those times you were like extra overwhelmed.
Yeah. That's overwhelming for me. Yeah, trying to breed 4 different species, cakewalk. But don't put stuff on my table. I'll freak out.
Well, an awesome sidebar, and people can definitely use all of that info. But Ashley, you got to wrap up your own question. It sounds to me like you were overwhelmed. Yes, exactly. No, that's a great sidebar. I mean, people need to know that stuff. So,
I think, there's moments where I get overwhelmed, but it's before I get my plan together of, okay, this is now the new schedule when I bring something in. The Madagascar hognose, now that wasn't something I researched before, so, slap me. But that was just something I was at the reptile
Greg,
shop.
she called on you.
Whipping out the wet noodle
That's
now, baby.
That's right. I do what I want. Yeah.
Pause for that's a definite pause moment. I can't believe Don D didn't comment out there, but
it's coming.
But yeah, for me, I like the diversity. I know what goals I have in my mind, and when I get overwhelmed for a minute, it's generally because I don't have my plan laid out yet. And once I can get there and get my schedule going, then I feel a lot better. You're just learning and growing and trying to have fun while doing it.
So not currently overwhelmed, happy as a pig in shit, as they say.
Yeah, right. I feel like I'm living in shit. It's great.
we all are, especially Rat Day. All right, so that's a great starter question. Now, I'm gonna ask again for the volunteer.
It could be the new, like from Dumb and Dumber, the most annoying sound in the world, but like.
But we gotta go next. Who's up next? Anybody want to volunteer?
I can go.
Chris.
I'm going to kind of reverse it though.
All right,
do you
reverse
feel
it.
that owning multiple species can help you to manage stress and anxiety?
Okay. What are the benefits that you've gotten from multiple species? Is that, or are you specifically thinking anxiety related?
Like, do you feel that having multiple species to kind of be able to go and look at and whatnot and to interact with, basically, does that help with your stress, anxiety? Do you think that would help with stress and anxiety?
Yes,
or do you think
it does.
that would? Okay, perfect.
I'll be right back. Speaking of stress and anxiety, my tegu just got stuck, so hold on a minute.
All right. Well, you won't be first.
I can go up.
I'll take your spot and answer right away. So, stress and anxiety, I don't know that that's directly related to us and doing the 4 different animals we have. What I do find is that it alleviates a ton of the monotony, if you want to call it that. I think if you're stuck with the one species, you will find yourself, I don't want to say you're going to dread certain things, but things will become so monotonous that maybe your attention and focus on those activities is going to be degraded. Or if you're shifting between the different animals and doing a different process with each, it kind of renews the other. So like going through 300 ball pythons versus 100 ball pythons, 100 geckos, 100 of something else, it shifts your attention enough to keep it fresh on your mind, and you feel like you're a little rejuvenated between the tasks and a little more focused on what each of those really needs to do it properly. Maybe that is the biggest benefit in having something different to do rather than that. I don't know if you want to call it a rut or how you want to look at that, but the same process repeated over and over on the same scale would get awfully monotonous. I would think a person could tire of that much quicker in a single species. But just my view on that. But Chris definitely says he had an opinion on this. He said it right away.
Yeah, I mean, regular species, it can get mundane, but I feel like,
Can you elaborate what a regular species is, please, before you go further into that?
I would say like ball pythons being a regular species, since
Okay,
that's
okay.
most common. That's what's most common, and everybody works with. I feel like if you have one thing to focus on and look at, like at first it's good, but I think when you've had reptiles your whole life, it I think if you have just that to look on, I think you can almost focus on it too much and mess things up. Whereas sometimes you got to leave things alone. And I think other species help you leave things alone, but you still have to be correct and prompt in remembering timing, feeding schedules. You still have to have schedules, and you have some sort of organization. So I think that can help you almost like forget about certain things and just let them do their thing, and you're not messing with them too much.
Yeah, keep the
Exactly.
human hands out of it and let them be the animal for a
Yes,
bit.
to an extent, and I mean, like, certain species, like for instance, I just got this pair of Dominican red mountain boas. They're full-grown adults. Guy's had them for 2 years. Can't get them to breed. Always had them in a rack system. Well, personally, they're Dominican red mountain boas. They're mountain boas. They're boas. They're not they're they're not a ball python. Let's just put it at that.
They're not sitting in a
Yeah.
hole all
They're
day.
they're not very fossorial. They're not very terrestrial. They've learned to be terrestrial. They're almost broken. So when I got them, they stayed on the ground. They hid in a log, and they were like, it took 3 weeks for them to be like, oh wait, I have a 7-foot cage that I can go to the top, and then it almost like they were broken. They didn't know how to react, because not that they weren't kept properly or maintained healthy. They were very healthy animals. They were fed properly. They just didn't breed. And I feel like a lot of times when an animal breeds in captivity, it's kind of it being like, hey, you did everything and made me feel comfortable that I'm going to be completely vulnerable to Mother Nature and produce offspring, project my body to that kind of,
Right.
time and consumption and calories to almost death. Unfortunately, my scrub python did die after she laid her eggs. Not sure why, not sure what exactly happened. I think I have a good idea, but the learning process, but it takes a lot out of these animals, no matter how old they are, no matter what you think you did right. So I just feel like that, that definitely has something to do with it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Great point. Also, a direct question while I catch it here. Do you have any Parsons Guianas?
Not Parsons, no. I just have just a pair of Guianas that I kind of hand picked, that I just like the colors and whatnot on them.
Okay.
But I have been looking at some of the Parsons. I would like to get either a female or a male. They're definitely very nice.
Okay. Just while we had you main stage and it popped up right as you were talking, so I'm going to throw those up there.
John also put up a really good question too in the chat.
Yeah. This one here, teaching moment.
No, I think it was maybe one before that about
John. There
This
it
one,
is. Are there different temp?
Mm-hmm. Yup.
And John, stop stealing my questions. That one's coming up. We're gonna hit that.
All right, good
That
deal.
one's coming up.
All right.
All right, Ashley.
So what was the question? I was taking care of my tegu.
Is it fine? That's your question. Is the tegu okay?
Oh, he's totally fine. He's just
Are your
all the weeks
toes
over.
okay?
So, I've got my shoes on.
Okay.
All right, perfect. But the
Toes are
question
safe.
is, do you find keeping multiple species helps you or is beneficial in some manner? And I think Will's example was more anxiety relief, more anything
Yeah,
that maybe people don't see as a side aspect of it in a beneficial way.
Yeah, definitely. I think it teaches you a lot. You don't even have time to worry about your anxiety. You're worried about these animals and taking care of them and all these different species, and okay, now this one needs to eat, or now we need to clean, this one needs to be whatever. Like, I'm a person who really likes to do like the deep dive and really learn about that species and all those things, when I'm getting into it. So it's just, for me, it's a lot of fun. And yeah, I think it can help with anxiety versus just having that one. Because let's just say we're only just into ball pythons and that's it. There's so many ball python breeders out there. And I think it'd probably be easy to get discouraged if that's the only thing you're doing. If you aren't able to stay laser focused on what your project is and you're looking at everything else. I think having different species kind of helps alleviate that problem of wanting to feel like you're trying to chase that like big next stream that like everybody else is doing. That's my thought.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Gotcha. Makes total sense. I think the only one that hasn't hit this topic is Greg. Greg, piles of anxiety built up, so you just started getting different animals, right?
Yeah, partly. I gotta say that I love my ball pythons, and I am so glad that is one of the first species that I started with. Ball pythons catch a lot of flack because whenever something is wrong in their world, they tend to go off food. I personally believe and have experienced that ball pythons will make you a better keeper, because if you pay attention to that and you learn to retrace your steps, you learn to reevaluate your husbandry anytime there's any kind of issue like that, then that's a skill that transfers easily to any species that you're keeping. And that's made keeping some of the other species that I have much easier, because I revert to, okay, let's start at the basics. What's my temp? What's my humidity? What's going on? How's the water looking there? It's just, you go down that checklist without even thinking about it. And that made things so much easier when I started taking in the other animals. It just made it that much easier to enjoy.
100%. Yeah, I dig that. And I agree. I mean, I do think that it does, obviously, as a starter, or starter air quotes, animal, get a lot of flack because, it's got that reputation that everybody has these. But at the same time, it does exactly what you said. It gives you those building blocks that you can branch from with some stability. If you can be successful with that animal, it's that much easier and closer to success in these different species, right? Where to take on some of these with massive requirements is a big jump. It is not like a cat. It is not like a dog. It is not like a lot of things out there that you can even relate it to. So
Cats.
I like that point.
Rats.
That has to be the most stressful part of keeping these animals.
Rats blow.
God.
Yeah, rats is now. Careful, Tara is still out there. Careful. Those are fighting words for Tara, but
I'm so glad that PJ's willing to take on that, and she enjoys that part of it.
God, you're a lucky bastard, Greg.
Bless her
Damn
heart.
right I am.
Can I hire a TJ, please? I need a TJ. Stat.
Well,
We
I'm
all
allergic
need,
to
like,
them, so I
6
go
of
I
those
go in there
now.
with them, and 10 minutes later I can't breathe. So
Can't breathe.
Put on a mask. Stop
Or I'll
it.
start doing that excuse.
well, I mean, and,
can't do it.
ultimately
Yeah.
that's what I would have to do, right? But I don't have to do that because I have her.
No.
right?
I
We've
know.
all seen
You're
the-
blessed. Every day you better rub her feet.
Right? No doubt.
Don't smell her
think,
head. Jesus, it's bad enough.
Oh, she's cleaning all the rats. She can massage her feet.
So inevitably, back to the question asker. You had a point in mind when you asked it. So your opinion on your own question?
Well, for me, I believe it does help with stress and anxiety. I know it does for me a lot. I know there's people out there that it's what I call repetitive boredom, basically. So you continue to do the same thing week in, week out. It's like the same old song and dance, basically, right? But when you have a variety of things that you can bounce from, like instead of just cleaning tubs, I have these enclosures over here that I can sit here and do the bio and put the plants and and take the time and create these scenes and these atmospheres for all these different, reptiles that you're keeping or whatever the case may be. To me, doing that kind of stuff, spending time with my animals, spending time especially with my retic, it really helps me to just unwind, chill out, and just kind of enjoy the moments. And it takes me out of the moments that were stressing me out or that were getting my anxiety into a wave, So for me, it's a yes. It does help.
Perfect, perfect. And something we didn't touch on, and it just kind of dawned on me as you were saying that, is the variety also lends itself to the different things a person might need, right? So you've got that big, calm,
110%. Oh my God.
big,
yeah.
calm ball python that you know is not going to be an issue, and you need to de-stress. You go grab that snake.
Yep.
When you need that bit of energy, whatever, you go to that species that requires a little more attention, that requires a little bit more on your toes and paying attention, right? So you have the ability to kind of filter what you need at that moment to the animal that's going to kind of fulfill that, right? So it's an aspect where if you've got one species, you don't have access to that. You've got the one lane. You've got your relaxation animal, or you've got, oh God, this better not bite me in the face animal.
Or bite my toes.
Right, but you may need that variety throughout the day for whatever reason, right? Because our moods and things shift as well, and whichever one you kind of fit, you have the ability to go find that and make it work. So
Yeah, if you want a
that's a
calm,
great
chill day
point.
and all you've got's a jungle carpet hatchling, good luck.
Good luck.
Right, exactly, right. So yeah, that's another great point, and it just dawned on me as you were saying that, Will. That's a perfect point for having more of these than just your one rut that you're in daily. But great question, great one. God, we're getting down there. We only got two of you left. We got yellow shirt and we got blue hat. That's the two.
Yellow
Sundog,
shirt and
he's
blue
volunteering. Yeah, yellow shirt and blue hat. All right, Chris, what do you got for us?
So I also have a Highlands cave dwelling rat snake that I forgot to mention, and a pair of carpet pythons jungles.
Okay.
Well,
And then,
Disclose that.
132.
I forgot about that over there.
Right.
Yeah, where are
that's
we at?
crazy.
Multi-species. So, my question, is that what you want?
Yeah, kind of what you think it should be tossed out to each of us to kind of give our perspective on that.
All right. How do you manage the temperature / feeding / wet dry season? How do you manage all the different species in your collection to cycle at the proper time when you think they would do, and what do you go to find your humidities, your temperatures? Like what do you use? What kind of tracking? How do you do that process with multi-species is what I want to
Okay.
know.
What's
stay on
your
top.
means of like actually maintaining all of these variables?
Yeah,
Like,
because
what's your
rainbow boas are
toolkit?
typically spring breeders, I believe, or layers, and everything else is kind of like, or no, they're fall, I believe. I forget. It's opposite. So anybody with rainbow boas and ball pythons, I think they're opposite. But I mean,
Okay.
in captivity, we can manipulate anything. So
Right.
technically, but how do you manage all that? What do you use to do all that?
Okay. Looking for toolkit to keep all of this shit straight, basically, and do it properly.
Yep.
All right.
Timing and all that.
Will, first up, going in reverse.
Okay. I actually have a app on my phone, but I also write in a notebook, and I also have Excel spreadsheets that I made up. So I track it in 3 different places. A lot of what I do though right now is I just breed ball pythons. There is some future projects that I am looking at doing, maybe even a couple hybrids. But all that kind of stuff, for the most part, it's just like the normal ball python cycles, but October, November area, and then just kind of go that. But I do it year round, so I'm pairing, right now. Usually I'm pairing. So I mean, I kind of just kind of track everything in there, and as far as the humidity and all that stuff for everything that's out in my shop, because I'm moving out into the shop, the way I'm dialing everything in is I'm using my heat gun, and then I have a couple different sensor pushes pretty much in different spots. So I'm kind of trying to make sure I'm tracking everything and trying to get it to where it's normalizing to where I want it, But everything out there for the most part is all going to be the same as far as temperatures, humidities. The only one is probably going to be the Australian water dragon, but he has a pool in there, so he should be good.
He just goes finds his humidity when he wants
right.
it.
When I want to swim, I'm out.
Right, right. It's beach time. That's what he's saying.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay, so spreadsheets and your single app is basically keeps you in line for your stuff. Greg?
What, me?
Who?
Who?
It's been pretty easy for me so far because I'm not in.
Because you'll have to do rats.
Yeah, right. and I'm also
Very
not
funny.
in the breed stages with a lot of my animals yet. I'm still growing up, so I don't have to concern me. I do night drops with my carpets, and now with the mandarin. I haven't really been cycling food with the carpets much yet because one of them decided it didn't want to eat for the first 6 months of his life. So we're still trying to get that little asshole caught up. And we're just trying to get them up to size and just kind of keep them on a steady feed right now.
Birds.
Yeah. Well, my adult, the one that's this guy,
That's beautiful.
he won't touch a bird. He
Really?
won't touch a rat. The only thing I've been able to get him to eat other than mice, we did pick up some frozen ASFs from Tyler.
Okay.
At the last show and brought them home, and he did take those. So
Nice.
from now on, we're going to keep those in the freezer.
Sure.
Yeah. Like for the carpets, I kind of built a rack to keep just the carpets, so the animals that I need to be, cycling, temperatures on, I'll keep them in the rack. That way I can use the thermostats that I need that have the cycling ability on them. The balls stay in another. We're getting ready to move all of the king snakes into a separate rack to move them away from the other animals, because I've noticed that once I put that California king snake in there close to my ball pythons, you never see the ball pythons anymore. And I think that I know that when you get the corn snakes around them, they get stressed out because they smell that king snake near. So we're going to try to move them to the other side of another room just to kind of get them away from the animals, so they're not smelling those.
You can put them anywhere in the house, man. They're North American. They'll be fine anyway.
Yeah,
Right,
well, and that's
pretty much.
the thing. But we're just trying to get them away from the other animals.
You can put them outside.
Yeah,
Evicted.
especially the eastern.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
So you're-
it's just,
Yeah, you're pretty locked in because you haven't had to expand into these other realms, at least for the breeding side of it. As far as
Right.
keeping, you're narrowing that out.
Right.
now, so
it's
okay.
coming. And with the carpets, I did start just a few months ago with temp cycling. Because I was a little confused on it. I had a long 5-hour conversation with Nick Mutton one day. He set me straight on that.
I bet your brain was like fucking cooked after that.
Right,
You
just
just like a
waiting.
double espresso or a 2-hour nap. One of the two.
I call him because I was looking for
5 hours.
the inlands that we got. I got one of them ended up coming from him, and I just called to set it up, and then man, that was just
You opened the door
Dude,
God damn, that was a rabbit hole, dude. And
minimum hour and a half, Conbro, anytime talking to him.
oh yeah, the amount of information, I was there for it, man. I was there to absorb it, because when a guy who has that much knowledge
Yeah.
wants to share that information with you, you shut the fuck up and you listen.
Yep.
That's
It's
exactly
a lot
what
better
we're
sometimes to
doing.
just listen and shut your mouth. Like that talk.
Yeah. I mean, I was glad for it. So yeah, I mean, the things I learned more about carpet pythons in that conversation
That's crazy.
than I had in months prior. So,
I'm sure. Fucking
Right,
years.
holy shit, man, that dude.
We got
And
the
he-
coder of the bash popped in just to say hey to Craig.
What's up, Craig?
Bosa also popped in there. Good to see
Who the
Kike.
hell is Bosa?
Right? Who the hell is that guy?
Another infectious smile, man, dude. That bro's energy, man. Telling you,
Yep,
it's powerful.
absolutely.
That's my brother from another mother.
You met him in person
Yeah.
yet, Greg?
Yeah, you were down in Daytona with us the first year we were down there,
Okay.
and met
Very
him. And actually, Bosa was one of the first people that we met. We went down to Daytona our first year, and met up with Emilio down there. And Bosa was the first person he introduced us to, and he walked around the entire show that first day with us. And man, we've been brothers ever since. It was just
Nice. Yeah, it's that energy is infectious, man.
yeah, for
Good
sure.
dude.
Was that
Good
3 years
dude,
ago
for
or 4?
sure.
What's that?
Was that 3 years ago or 4? Do you remember?
3.
3. Yeah, because 2 years
Yeah.
ago we were there and got to meet Kike and
Yep.
did not get to meet Greg that year. So
No, then that was 4 then.
Might have been 4 because
We went
Yeah.
twice, and then we didn't go the year, John, that you went down there.
right.
So yeah, that was 4 years ago.
Woo.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
dog.
we went 3. You're correct. Yeah, ours was 3 years
Yep.
ago.
Okay, yeah.
And then I missed
Okay.
2.
Crazy. Randall in the house. Good to see you, sir. Appreciate you swinging in.
That's crazy. We went from, I got my first snake in 22, and look at us now, and it's like, oh my god,
right. Holly, good to see you.
I have a problem. I'm just saying.
That's the same with me. Mine was 22, so
Yeah, I might.
I don't have a problem.
I am the problem.
I have an addiction.
keep
I have
saying
an
it.
addiction is what I have.
My snakes are the problem, damn it. And the kids. And the rats.
Rats. It's all our problem. But Ashley's problem is how the heck does she manage and keep track of all of what's your toolkit, Ashley?
Oh
What
no,
are you
I just do
using to
nothing.
keep
I
track
just
of
wing
this?
it. Yeah. um,
That's it.
It's
right
riddling,
there.
isn't it?
all you gotta do.
What do I gotta do today? Where am I?
Oh, yeah, pretty much. It's like I use Husbandry Pro for a lot of just like tracking my feedings and stuff when that's coming up. I used to do a lot of Excel. Before that, I still handwrite everything in a notebook because it just helps me see everything that I want, and then I can put it into the different systems. For like tracking my humidity and temps, I like to use like the Govee little digital ones, just because then it can go to my phone and it gives me alerts. I keep generally one on the cool side and the warm side. I also had just like regular digital ones with the just the battery, just because I had an issue where I had the Govee in my incubator last year, and it just wasn't telling me that like the temperature wasn't dropping or anything. Like it just got logged, whatever. And then my thermostat also failed at the same time, and then my probe went bad. So it was like saying I would set it to a temperature, and it would say like my probe's like it's there already. So I thankfully it was like the first clutch I figured that out, because it was like I actually moved everything, all my like my incubator and everything downstairs, and I brought it back upstairs, and I'm like, okay, I need to sit here and just like stare at this thing and figure it out. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'm gonna just play with the temperature, and I'd be like, okay, I'm putting it to 70. I was like, yep, there. Okay, I'm gonna put it to 90 or 100. I was like, yep. I'm like, it's the freaking probe. So to have 2 of those fail, I was like, all right, I need an actual like digital battery one, not the Govee and the Govees, just to try to keep track of everything. And then, yeah, you have your phone, you have your calendar, sends you alerts. don't ever think, oh, like, I'm just going to remember that, because the chances are you probably won't.
Yes. Memory is not the best tool, for sure. Not
So,
unless you're on a massive dose of Ritalin or something.
Especially when you get as old as John is, remembering things, man, forget about it.
Fucking
Yeah,
All right,
for
I've
me,
got to
I've
go.
got-
You guys have fun.
Please, that's sweet.
It's my bedtime, apparently. Greg's telling me it's my bedtime. But
You know, like, and I have, like, my Doomerals and my Tegus, they're upstairs. Like, I have the reptile room. I also have my hatchlings in there, my incubator. Majority of my ball pythons are downstairs. And, yeah, my boas are downstairs as well. One's in my daughter's room. So, I try to also keep them where I think I know where that room is going to be beneficial for that animal. So, yeah, it's just you got to kind of do what works for that animal and figure out what's going to be the best for you and that animal.
absolutely, for sure. So I'll take this one because Jamie doesn't look like she's at all in the mood to answer this one.
I have a headache.
I'm just.
Is that what
giving
she
her a tough
says?
time.
She's like, I'm going to stop.
No, she's had about a 3-day headache that will not go away, and is
Pressure point.
avoiding like the
Pressure
ibuprofen
point.
and all of that
No.
garbage. So,
Okay, pressure point right there in your saddle joint.
oh,
Okay,
I'll do
yep,
it.
saddle
right
joint
there.
pressure
But
point.
you can't
okay.
do it to yourself. You need to have John do it. So, like,
Oh.
you
okay.
have to find that pressure point, and it might be you have to do it on both hands or in between your big toe and your second toe if you have a migraine.
So that's what a
It's not a
tegu is
migraine.
for your big toe, yeah.
Yeah.
good for. Right.
And like when you grab the point right there, you'll be able to feel like the pulse of the headache, and then you'll feel it dissipate. So that's if you're doing it right.
All right. Okay, we'll try that out. Give that a whirl.
Embarrassed by
Yeah, a lot like Greg, ours is pretty limited. I mean, we've got the leopard geckos we're breeding, and we've got the ball pythons. It took us, I'll be honest, it took us a long time because they're sharing the same space, right? One side of the room is all leopard geckos, one side's all ball pythons. So to find that ambient in the room that we could adjust both to kind of work out and still do their thing took quite a while, but we finally settled on like 78 in the room. Keep our humidity really high in there. It's 60 to 70, depending, kind of bounces around. Leopard gecko's got to be a lot warmer, right? So all of her racks we have to really monitor closely. It's all heat tape racks, so that always makes me a little nervous. Heat tape does pretty well. You have to inspect it all the time. You have to check your probes all the time. Check what your thermostat's reading versus what your gun is reading on your laser temp. So,
Yep.
you know, it's really touchy running two different zones in the same room, but at least it's two. It's not like we're doing high humidity for, you know, the rainbow boa, or switching way down to arid for something else like Will's plated, or, you know, we're not mixing so big a range that it's difficult, but
Not yet.
still toying with that range that works right. Exactly, not yet.
It's coming.
Toying with that range that works for both in the same space is a little tough, and I think we suffered a little bit through late last year getting ball pythons and things to really want to react and breed properly, hit their cycles, while we were making those adjustments. Now I think we have it pretty dialed, and we're getting all these late pairings and eggs and follicle growth and all of these things happening as we got it closer. But we have to track that stuff through Husbandry Pro. I'll be honest. If I didn't have that to reference back to look at the follicle growth and charts and things in there, I would be kind of lost. And it's something we have a regular schedule of doing, getting down there. We're going to scan once a month. We're going to check everything on the ultrasound. Put those progressions in so you can see the trends. If we didn't have that, we'd be lost down
Yeah,
there,
we would be
timing-wise.
lost.
Jamie kind of goes caveman style and reverts back. I think it's the tactile paper and pen thing that makes it stick in her brain better
I
than
think
the
it's a
digital
female thing because
interface.
Alicia Harbin's, she's got to write it all down. The same way.
Yeah,
Right
I'm
now.
the
I have-
same way.
Yep,
Everything-
keeps a notebook.
Female.
Everything I need to know about my leopard geckos is in this notebook.
That's
It's a
my
five.
Husbandry Pros, a notebook.
Yes.
Yep.
It's
I
a
have so
five
many
subject
notebooks.
notebook.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have so many notebooks. It's just, yeah.
And
different
she's
things.
in that damn thing. And this isn't a gripe. I find it comical and cute as hell. But she's in that thing like 8 times a day. Like,
Yep.
did I forget one on page 8? And then
Yeah.
she'll go check my Bible. You know, and That's kind of what it takes, though, to keep a constant tab
Record
on
keeping,
not
baby.
getting yourself in a spot, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I
that's
just
our
find-
tools and methods.
I think writing it down sometimes just helps you see things that you wouldn't notice on an app, and
Yeah, it
helps you
really does.
remember things too. I think better as well.
That's
Oh,
fun.
I was
Will.
showing Will's Trapper Keeper. He had
Yeah.
the old Ferrari Trapper Keeper
Yes.
going there.
For me,
Yeah.
the ability
Nice.
just to look back and see when a female went the year
Yes.
prior to or 2 years
Yep.
prior to,
Yes.
just to know, when to be looking and when to be, because you can spend your life behind an ultrasound if you're ultrasounding these animals, every animal in your collection every month,
Right.
Yeah.
or you can look at a 4 to 5 month time frame, 2 months on either side of when she went, and start taking a look then and get a very good picture of what's going on
You're right.
Yeah.
without spending all that time with every animal that you have. So
Yeah,
that's huge for
absolutely.
me.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
experience also gets you realizing the signs of your female and where she's at too.
Yeah.
But that takes experience, and that just the time. Unless you're able to go and buy your ultrasound right away and start going, but a lot of people can't afford everything right off the bat. You got your racks and your
Yeah.
snakes and all the feeders, everything. It's a lot of money right up front. So I do not have an ultrasound. I can generally tell where my females are at, but I also can feel them pretty well. I just either put a sock or something or whatever. I have a towel, and I can feel, and I can tell where most of them are at. So
Yeah,
That
cool.
ultrasound was easily the best $1,300 we have ever spent since
Yeah.
we've been doing this. Hands down, that and the husbandry pro fees and the infrared temp gun are the three things that are just irreplaceable in our operation. 100%.
100%. I agree with that, Craig. When we sit down at our meetings, we'll print out our breeding plans, because to stare at a screen and go through that is a nightmare. I want sheets of paper. I want to
Yeah.
draw the cross lines, who's going to what.
Yeah.
now, do you guys
100%,
ever
Craig.
replace your heat guns?
We have multiples that we check against each other. So I
Yeah.
have some down there that I've written on +2, -2.
Right.
Two are one that we know is good, because we constantly check to each other, because they vary
They do.
Yeah, they do.
drastically.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed.
Yeah,
Of
so
I've
great
seen
point.
where it's not seeming okay, this heat gun doesn't seem to be registering like it was. So I always I'm trying to replace them out. Yeah, double checking, and
Yeah.
that's just something. If you're breeding, or just have reptiles, have extra heat guns, have extra heat tape, and it will help you a lot in the long run. Have
Yeah,
extra
for sure.
probes for everything, because let's say something, if there's a rodent gets out, chews on that probe, you need another one or whatever. It fails, and if I didn't have extra probes when my incubator failed, that would have really sucked. So just have those extra things that are very important to have.
100%, 100%. So I'm both excited, and John, I think that's going to be our wrap-up question for everybody right at the end. That's a great question, by the way.
Question stinks.
I'm excited and horrified. I'm excited and horrified at what your toolkit has to be, Chris.
What was the question again?
This is your question. What is your toolkit with 148 different species? How the hell do you track between the keeping, the breeding, the cycles, the timing? What do you do with that? You better not turn to a big-ass whiteboard either. I'm going to be pissed.
Have a big ass notebook. Yeah.
How much floor space do you have for all those species?
Right.
An 11 by 11 room and a...
What?
Hold on. 4, 8,
Hold on.
12, 16 by, I don't know, 3 foot. I take up half of the one side of the basement, and then I have a little room on the other side of the basement.
Wow.
But I'm about to migrate. I want to change everything over. I want to
Plus, how many are in your bedroom?
Oh,
In every room in the house.
Well, we kind of breeding programs, but I want to move the 11 by 11 out to the the 16 by 12 I think I want to do out there, and then bring the colubrids into this 11 by 11 room, because I have a fan. I have two windows in this room, so with the colubrids I can just open the
them down.
windows in the winter and just
Yeah.
leave them in their cages and cycle them down to
Yeah.
60, 55 degrees. Now I'm taking them out of their enclosures and putting them in the corner of the
Charlie?
basement where it's cooler, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. But I want to do the other side of the room. I want to put radiant heat in the floor. I want to make it fancy. I want a reptile room. I want a recliner. I want a little podcast corner. So eventually, in years, we'll
Yeah.
get there. But topic of the question: management.
I want.
Hey, once you get the 1-year-old to take a nap, then you can do a lot of things.
Yes.
Now, because you can work the 6-year-old and the 4-year-old you can kind of work both of them to your advantage. But a lot of reminders of your phone. Use your calendar. Like, set reminders. Check this animal, feed this animal, look for this, look for that. Like, you can set weekly, you can set 3 days, you can set monthly, you can set whatever kind of reminders you want. Different species, that's what I use to help feed, because different species are going to be different feeding regimens. You know, if you have a couple fresh clutches of bulls that came out, I'm trying to feed them every 4 to 5 days. So you're going to set an alarm in your phone. Hey, baby bulls, freshies, whatever, yearling ball pythons, you know, every week or bi-weekly. Adult males, depending on the time of the year, once a month, bi-weekly. Adult females, you know, boas, womas, whatever it is. There's alarm coming up on the phone.
Charlie says, what if you have to make reminders to check reminders, then snooze those reminders?
You can't snooze reminders. Reminders will help you accomplish a task. If you snooze that reminder, then you're pushing that task off to another 3 days, and that's pushing off the growth of your future project of something that you can benefit from, whatever, so long. And if you do that 6 times in a row, you're pushing your project back 3 months, 2 months.
It's pushing
whatever it
off
is.
one thing. You're push off one thing, that's going to push off the next thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't push it off. You accomplish it. If you just fed a big meal, then maybe you can push something off of a different species. If you just fed a weaned where you should have fed a pup, then okay, yeah, that animal can wait 2 weeks and digest and chill out. It's probably going to go into a shed cycle anyway. I know when my animals are going to shed. I just know from how I feed them.
Right.
And between that and just the weather app, you can use your weather app. So if you have a species that's, you know, a Peruvian locale or a Argentine boa or a Tarahumara mountain boa, you can pinpoint different localities on your weather map of different mountain ranges and different temperatures, and get the humidity, get the rainfall, get the wind. You can get all that, and you can manipulate that to how our seasons are. And that's how I got some of these certain species to breed, because I'm like, oh shit, their nighttime lows are getting down to 60 degrees. Well, I got to put these boas on ice. Bottom of the rack isn't doing it. They need to go in the corner of the basement for 2 weeks and sit at 60 degrees and then bring them back out slowly, or, you know, all that stuff. You know,
I think that's very important to look at. I look at that as well, the weather when I'm getting it. And, you know, that's something that's never really brought up, I feel. I use my weather app too. That's exactly what I do. It helps a lot.
Exactly. I get alerts from all over the country and the world, and I'm like, "What? An alert for what? A flood watch?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, it's not here. It's cool. It's
Yep.
or whatever." I'm like, "All right." Like, what?
Oh, I scared my kids because an alarm went off. I'm like, "Don't worry, it's not anywhere near us." You know, like.
Right. I mean, we have all these tools in our hands, and like Greg said, you know, I'm one of those people that, like, if I see species and I'm like, ooh, Jamaican boas, they look cool, let me get them. I don't know what the fuck to do with Jamaican boas, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Yep, exactly.
And it's one of those things that I feel confident with certain species. Like, I'm not gonna go out there and spend 12 grand on a pair of Bolins or a female or whatever, because I'm not that confident, you know, as far as that goes. But certain species, you can kind of, all right, it's a tree boa. You work with other tree boas before you can kind of relate to certain husbandry and certain practices and whatnot.
Sure.
But then you can learn as you go, and that's the biggest thing. I'm one of them stubborn people where like I learn as I go a lot of the times, and trial and error is a big thing. But
It's different when you have the experience
the years help.
of the other species that you have to go along with that, versus taking on your first or your second snake
Yeah.
and trying to tackle something without knowing what you're up against, right?
Right, because like you said, you can take that information that you learn from this species and kind of say
Right.
this works for that species. Like I've never bred womas before, and they're a pretty, as far as I know, they're more of like a higher desert species or whatnot. And to incubate their eggs like you would a ball python, you're gonna drown them. Too much humidity. So like little things like that, and that certain things like that. That's what makes me thrive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that experience, it definitely it helps, and it helps you navigate different things that your animals may need that might not be, you can Google or, other people have been through before. I think about, for instance, the male Doomerals I have, I got them from a great keeper. Like he tried everything. But this male had not eaten for over a year for him. And the person that he had gotten the snake from, he doesn't know how long it hadn't been eaten for that person either. So he was very skinny. So they were almost thinking about euthanizing him. I'm like, well, I'm going to try. I'm going to see. I generally have a knack for this. And, I got him to eat 3 days at being at my place. He's eaten every week. He's done frozen thawed rats. We've gone up but what I did with him is I don't have him in an enclosure. I put him in a tub, and it's a clear tub. He can see out. I have half of it covered. I have him a little bit cooler, and he's been eating nonstop, and he looks for the food now, and I think it's great. But I'm nervous to put him back into an enclosure because both previous owners had him in enclosures, and he wouldn't eat. So I'm like, you might live in there. We're going to see how this goes.
He's driving where he's at. Leave him be.
It's
Yep,
just
for sure.
he seems to be happy as he can be in there. He's still friendly to take out and great. But yeah, and he's starting to put on some weight.
Nice.
But yeah, I can't have that in the back of my camera. People are like, why do you have a Doomerals in that? That's how he eats. Right. But I think that just comes from experience of being confident. Like, okay, let's try this or let's try that. What can work for the animal, and that just shows your love for the animal and caring for them, and you're literally trying anything, even if it says they normally don't do that. You're just trying to see what will work.
Right. Dude, so much information, and this topic is so enormous. With the just two of you guys on this panel tonight, we could talk for hours on all this stuff, honestly.
For sure.
But I think it's a great point to not only maybe nudge people out of their little rut or comfort zone to consider keeping a different species, and maybe it grows from there. Maybe they decide they want to breed that. If not, that's fine too. But I think what we're kind of all voicing is there is a huge benefit rather than a challenge to keeping at least one additional species, to have a little bit of variety in your life, to get something in there that's not just going to change your perspective, but also change your ability to access different things you need too. It's going to be reciprocal, right? We talked about that and joked about it a little bit, but if you have a really mellow species and you're constantly already mellow and chill and just kind of in that funk, you might want that spicy noodle in the cage 3 on the side that kind of kicks you out of that. Do you know what I mean? I think
Keeps
we
you
all
on
need
guard.
that.
Yeah.
You don't want
absolutely.
something to eat your face all the time, though. I gotta say that, though.
No, I wouldn't go to that extreme, right?
I think about my golden tegu. Okay, so they are a flightier animal, but I've had it now where he'll climb up on me and he's very confident. He'll come out. But yeah, if I make the wrong move, I have to pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm not taking my eye off and just doing whatever, So
right.
It's that one has been a great learning experience for me. And again, I did not research it before I bought it, but
Greg,
I knew I wanted to take you. I knew I had the space, but I have worked at a reptile shop that's got a massive amount of species, and I help take care of all these reptiles, so I do know about them and their care. I just didn't plan it.
Sure.
Right. Yeah.
I went to Tinley and I was like, yeah, I'll take it.
Right.
I
Awesome.
feel like you should at least do enough planning to be able to have an enclosure ready for it.
Oh,
You have to
100. Yes.
at least researched it that far.
Oh no,
And if
I
you've
already
got it
had an
that
enclosure
far,
set up and
Greg,
ready.
there's always an enclosure open.
There's
Stop
always
it.
one ready. Like, that's even
There's
with
If I want
always-
it bad enough, I will house it somewhere.
yes, yes.
I
Even
will keep it in my pillowcase.
Keep it in my lunchbox.
the
In my
Madagascar
lunchbox.
prognoses that I have coming in, they're like, oh, do you want the female too? Because the female's a good price, and they're both adults. And I was like, yeah, I've got 2 closures open. Why not? Let's do this.
Right.
But I told, they know ahead of time, like, I might keep these to breed, or I might decide these aren't for me, and I'm going to sell them, and they're fine with it. So,
Yeah.
it's why not? I looked it up. There's nobody in my area breeding them. I don't ever see them at expos, and I like to go to expos and vend, so I'd like to have something different. So yeah.
Yeah, you're
That variety.
in a bit of a different situation though than a lot of people because you're around it, right? You
Right.
have immediate access, and the things are
Yes.
like right there at hand for you.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's a little different than like Greg's scenario where somebody's walking through an expo and goes, "Oh, I'd love to keep this." Whatever,
Right,
Guatemalan face eater, and
Yes.
just put it in the box and
have,
take it home.
have a plan of like,
Southern
I do have an enclosure, I can afford the food, like, the person I am buying this animal from, are they reputable? Because they might, so many times even at expos you get people that have just bought this animal and they have no idea, they weren't given any care about it, and I'm explaining to them about the animal they bought from somebody else.
Yep. Brutal.
So try to go with like some type of education, and like if people are like, well, I might want this or want that, I'm like, first let's just get you like decide what you want, because you're in 5 different million spaces, like when you haven't even owned one reptile yet.
I'll talk
So
you
it's
out
like-
of what you think you want. and
Right.
Explain to you what
I
might
don't-
be right.
I don't knock any one particular species. They all have something to offer. It boggles my mind the amount of parents that you see going and buying their child a hognose for their first snake.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's like, you're the first snake you're going to set your child up with is a mildly venomous animal.
Greg,
Is that
Right.
really where we
Right.
should be
They're
starting?
so cute. Would you stop it?
I know they're just so dirty.
Little noses.
Gosh.
They boop their snoots. Stop it.
They're very-
Such a
But even-
cat.
Chewing on those little kid fingers like Tic Tacs.
Ah.
But okay,
Right.
so let's go with even crested geckos. I mean, awesome little animals. They're great. But many times I see people buy them and I'm like, okay, do you know about them dropping their tail? They're like, no. And I'm like, okay, just so you know, they don't grow back and blah, blah. Do you know that if you grab them too quick, they can schlep off their skin? No idea. So I'm like, yeah, your little kid you just bought this for that's grabbing at the cage, like that might happen. So you have to learn how to handle this. And
Yeah.
it's just, I like to educate people. It's really, I'm like, even if you don't buy something from me, I want to take the time to educate you.
Yep, that's the
It
biggest thing that
it
shows.
really is the biggest thing, because I'm not there just like, I just want your money, buy this thing and get out of my face. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to feel you can come back to me in 2 years if you need it, or 20 or whatever, that you have somebody in your corner that's going to help you out.
That's
Right.
part of the buying of an animal, like
Right.
somebody buys a new species. Oh, I never had a bull snake before. Like, will you help me through it? And like that's part of it. You buy this animal, yes, you have a direct contact to ask questions. And a lot of times at the shows, that's the biggest thing. Like, I'll take an impressive species and I'll bring out a 6-7 foot northern pine snake, and people are like, "Oh my god!" And they just like flock over it. They just want to touch it, and it's like, boom, there's my door. Bam, kick in. North American species. Why should you keep a North American species? Well, while you go on vacation in the winter, blah blah blah. Your electric chick goes out. You don't got to worry about it. Your ball python. So, education, like you said, that's the key.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point, and they don't get enough. I don't know what you want to say, publicity or praise for that ability. Exactly what you pointed out. I mean, this thing lives here. Like, if you
Right.
don't do anything to maintain this, aside from throwing it in a box for 6 months with no water or something, yeah,
Right.
obviously you have some limitations there. But a lot of these things we maintain, you lose your temp, or our heat tape, or our room goes down to 50 degrees. Those ball pythons are not going to do well.
Right.
They will not make it through that.
They'll manage and they'll thrive for a certain amount of time, but it's not.
not
Not ideal.
customary. It's not, you know.
Yeah, you're going to end up with RIs. You're going to end up with
Yeah.
issues. You're going to end. You're going to have a massive problem on your hands with any size. I should say maybe one. You're going to work your way through that, right? But these
even
North American
species, if they get cold with a rat in their gut or a meal in their gut,
Oh yeah.
that can turn into a problem real
Oh
quick.
bueno.
That's not good. Yeah.
No, you need a 2-week clean out at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So great,
So everybody,
great points,
think
man.
about before you buy something.
I just know what you're getting
Absolutely.
into. That's all.
But
All right.
yeah, but speaking of management, yes, a lot of paper too. I use a lot of paper as well. Stuff like that, tags. I mean, you can see tags behind me on certain things. So yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Sticky
Visual.
notes and clips and buttons and pegs and pins
Yep.
and
Yep.
Yep.
for sure. Well, we don't have a ton left to do. We are going to touch on we're going to take the comment or question, I should say, from John. That was a ways back. If we only had to go with 2, but before we do that, everybody jump in here. $10 like we do every week. Hashtag variety. We're going to throw you in the spin for the end of the show. We got 24 people out there. 10 Forge coin, you might as well throw it in your pocket. That's half of a t-shirt. You're already halfway to a t-shirt from one of these 36 people now, I think we're up to. So hashtag variety, throw it in the comments. We're going to spin that after the question's up. And that's just going to run in the background. I mean, it's going to tally whoever's typing it in there. So don't forget the hashtag, Chris. You gotta throw the
It
hashtag.
keeps taking it off when I do the goddamn always thing. All right, I got it. 3rd time's a charm.
And yeah, put $10 in your pocket. We're just handing it out. The main goal of the Forge Coin, guys, is actually to keep the community kind of out there, just presenting itself in a positive way. You're going to be able to get something from any of these 36 people. You can put it toward a snake, save up a bunch, put it toward an animal, whatever. But
Let's make a deal. DM me. I got something available for everybody.
No, I
There
have
you
a
go.
deal. I have the better deal.
all the affiliates are now
Actually,
brawling.
he has more variety, though. He has
Nope,
more
he's
variety.
crazy. Nope.
I
Says
don't
we
know
have
I'm
a snake room.
crazy.
Look,
I mean,
look at
like,
all these things.
Andy's got a rotating cam desk.
doesn't know
Look
what-
at this.
She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Oh my goodness. Is this a Lazy Susan setup?
No, it's
What
like a restaurant cart on wheels. It's great. You can go back and
Oh,
forth.
okay.
Sing around. It's great.
Very
Okay.
nice. Okay.
It's a restaurant cart. Oh, so funny.
Sweet. All right. Dude, that's a great camera, though. I mean, it keeps up and it doesn't get all funky
Yeah.
and blurry.
Thank you, Orphal's Morphs.
Ah, yes.
Somebody going
Jeremy
out
over there.
You know, it's all right.
So, yeah, guys, hashtag variety.
Funny.
We're going to roll that after the question. We're going to go top left down to bottom right. So, Ashley, 2. You had to cut down. You had to get rid of everything, and you could keep 2 species. What are you keeping and why?
You're making me nauseous.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Awful.
I know it.
It's awful. Retics are staying. I love them.
Okay.
I'm going between my tegu and like the ball pythons. I can't decide. I would.
Me too.
I'm gonna stay with the ball pythons just because there's so much variety to play with there.
Okay. So retics, ball pythons.
Yeah.
Retics, we heard why on the ball pythons. Why on the retic?
I love the
curiosity
personality.
that-
I just love that. Yeah, I can walk into my bedroom and they just come out and they're like, hey, let's interact. They're so cool. Like I love them.
That's fun.
You can see like they're thinking and just I don't know. They're just so cool.
So Jamie and I are kind of out of options. We're just going to keep the ones we do. We got ball pythons and leopard geckos.
So just picking the Mexican Black King.
Yeah, we're going to stick with those. I'm sorry, the MBK's got to go.
I can't get rid of my lychee.
Oh,
man.
that's
Hold
right.
on. Stop it.
Lychee or leopards, though.
Well,
Or ball pythons. You can get rid of his ball pythons.
Let the woman.
No, no, wait now.
well, we only breed the balls and the leopards, so we don't.
No.
Yeah, we don't.
Now, what 2 would you like, Jamie? You have your John. Quiet.
All right, all right.
You could have just muted yourself. I would like to look at you.
Well, currently we don't breed the lychee, so I
what if
guess
you
I'm gonna
were?
just have to. I know. I'm scared to. I've read so much about how they're so aggressive. I'm like, I don't want to try it. But no, I just the balls and the leopards. I love the leopards, and the boys love the balls. So
I bet they do.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I just love them. Pause. All the balls.
Jason just stopped standing. What the fuck?
Right? Like hell if he's listening right now. He is not listening.
No, he's in bed, I'm
He's
sure.
like, finally, a podcast vacation. I can take him.
Yeah.
No, he's got to at least listen. Tell him I want him to at least. I'll mess.
Right. So Chris, I saw you had an aneurysm when this question
Yes.
came up, but
How do you
got
pick
two.
two out of your 1,500?
I can't. I don't know. I don't know. I really enjoy the green tree pythons. They're cool to look at. They're fun to work with. There's a lot of variety, and you could get lost in literally localities and designers, and like I could see myself with like 60 of them at one point in time. But just that, like that's it.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know. I really like the Pituophis because they have so much attitude and they're just spunky.
Would you like to take one of those out and show us, please?
I might be able to find a.
Yeah. So, and
Good.
actually, so these are going to be like pines, bowls.
Pines, bulls, or gophers. Yep. Any of
Okay.
those three. I think out of those three, like if I had to narrow it down to a certain species, it would have to be the northern pines. They were just always like my go-to. The black and white's just a good old northern pine.
Yep. Okay.
That big black one you got seems to be your favorite.
Which one?
That big black one that you have, the northern pine.
Yeah, that one that I brought to the AARPE last September, I guess it was, or March. Yeah, that one was cool. Jack. Yeah, he's a big stud. He's like 6.5, 7 foot long, and just chill as anything. People can walk up and like grab his head, anybody, and he'll just be like, "Hey, what's up?" It's like
That's
the
so
matter.
funny.
That's
That's
just
the thing.
Okay. Well, everybody's calling it out in the chat too. Yes, snake. So
I'll grab a big bull.
not to put you on the spot, but you're on the spot. So, dude, I agree. They are cool, and we actually get some really cool pines and gophers in this area. You know, interstate down there at the state park. Photos all the time pop up on Facebook. What is this? Eek! You know, oh my lord! And it's a big 7-footer wrapped around a pine tree down there. You know,
Yeah.
freaking people out, but so pretty. And I do want to ask Chris. I wanted to ask this before, but I want to get some clarity on fox, gopher, and pine because they're constantly confused up here. Everyone's calling them a fox snake, a pine snake, a gopher. Oh,
pretty.
okay.
Whoa.
Speaking of spunky,
Right?
Whack. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Holy.
Beautiful,
Nice.
though.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Oh, we can't hear you anymore.
You're
It
muted,
turned off
Chris.
your mic.
He muted you when he flipped.
Yeah, I don't know if the snake hit it or what.
The snake
Yeah,
hit it for
yeah.
sure.
So this is a hypo white-sided bull snake. I was gonna get just the hypo out, but she was in deep shed. But I mean, this is pretty much a, I don't know, about 5.5 foot, give or take, bull snake. It's a big proven breeder female. She's being pretty well behaved right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's albinos, there's white-sided, there's hypos, there's hypo patternless. She's got some pattern, but it's like white-sided, so the whites come up real high
Nice.
Yeah.
on the sides.
Yeah, she's cool looking.
Boy, that's gorgeous.
But I mean, yeah, I'm sitting down, and here's her head, and she's touching the floor. You know, so yeah, and she's all cranked up.
Bluebirds are
But
just
dude,
different.
she's really pretty chill, honestly, considering the hoops you're putting her through. You know.
Yeah, she hissed really good when I got her out, but she's being well behaved now. Usually the females are a little feisty, but I mean, you work with them enough, they're really not that head shy. Like I'm grabbing her head now, and she's not even trying to pull. She's just sitting still.
Like, I guess this is where I am now.
Yep. But this is also like a 9-year-old girl too, so like
Right,
she's
right.
been with me for a while. But I can pull a
Dude.
baby out that might be a little feisty.
There you go.
That is so cool, though.
He's trying to bleed tonight.
Yeah, right.
Hold on, let me get my
That's
clipping
crazy.
tool ready for when this occurs. Gotta clip Chris getting bit. We have one massive housefly that has been back to this desk like 20 times tonight.
I'm surprised
to
the
lose
cat
my
hasn't
mind.
gotten it.
Well, he has. That's why he was in my lap. He hopped up here to get the fly.
Oh, look at that.
Little baby. Oh, he's a little spicy.
Oh, that's just a little nipper.
Oh my god.
Yep, that's a bull
little. This is just a little hypoalbino. But I mean, this is a fresh
Dude.
baby. You can see him. He's all.
And
Yeah.
hand me, you hairless monkey.
Man.
I kill you.
Talk to him.
Spicy.
But you know, this is a beautiful little guy. This is
Yeah.
reptile dysfunction. Mike, he's picking up one of these little albinos from me as soon as they get done feeding. They're on their fourth meal. Cool little red, yellow.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Do they lay eggs or do live birth?
Nope, these guys are egg bearers. They lay anywhere from like 12 to like 25, give or take, depending on the size of them.
Okay.
But like, this guy's cool. He's not hissing no more. He's just like, hey, what's up? I'm looking around.
Yeah, it just took him a minute to get rid of that disgruntled face, and now he's cool.
Yep.
That's a good one.
But yeah, there's albino, there's patternless, there's white-sided, there's hypo, and there's xanthic. So you could mix all them, and there's like different lines of each. So like if you mix a different line of xanthic with a different line of hypo, you get a different little bit of a phenotype of animal. So that's what kind of makes these
There's
guys
Mike
cool.
right there. He's like, so cool, I can't wait.
Yep, this is one of yours. This might be your male. I don't know if it's a male or female, Mike, but we'll have to discuss that. Oh, yep.
Wow.
These guys are
Beautiful.
cool.
Yeah. So you're going with
I would never hold that.
GTPs and Pituophis. That's your choices there, huh? That's cool as hell. So Will, you got two. What are you gonna take? What are you gonna take?
The Australian water dragon, because that was always a dream reptile for me. And then, of course, my ride or die right here.
Okay.
This is my.
That super dwarf?
Yeah. This is the guy I pull out whenever I am stressed or just
He's
need
gorgeous.
to chill.
What's his percentages and stuff?
So he is a 50% Kalatoa,
Okay.
and then the rest, knowing Brian Watkins, is probably got Jampea and some other stuff in there.
Nice. So it's a mix of islands.
Yeah.
Good. So he should stay relatively tiny.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So
That's
so
one
how
thing.
old for reference is this? Oh, I'm sorry, Chris.
No, you're good.
Oh,
Right.
he's like 3.
3.
That's
okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
So he's staying really small,
Small.
actually.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, pet wise, I could definitely see myself getting a super dwarf down the road once they like get a lot of the morphs. I'm definitely a morph guy at heart.
Yeah.
I love my locality stuff. Don't get me wrong when it comes to my boas and my pine snake and stuff like that. But when it comes to something like a retic, man, to get like a super dwarf, like when they get it down to like some of the lavender albinos or lavender albino pied or man, yeah, for sure. It's a pet up in the room or something, a showpiece.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I did have a bit of a question on that. So now, a vast majority of the morphs you're talking about would have to be kind of bred down to the super dwarf level, right? So
Yeah.
we're talking a pretty good time span to see anything really small in those different morphs, right?
Especially the multi combos, yeah, which is perfect because I'm not ready for like 15 years.
Right, exactly. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like that window could be an enormous window before we see some of those crop up in the
sure.
really small localities, right?
Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that's a very interesting avenue, I guess, if you want to call it that, because I can't imagine some of those different things getting into that scale. Because what you always see is the Jampea and the Calatoa. They all have that wild look, and to see the morphs get into that range would be so badass. It'd be super cool.
For sure. It's coming. They're working on it.
Ocelot Superdwarf someday, yes, absolutely.
Ocelot. That would be disgusting.
Dude, Aurora's got some really good input too. We definitely got to hook up and meet her. She's just a couple hours north of us, so
Oh, nice.
make
Nice.
that happen.
Are you guys making
Greg?
timber this year?
Yeah.
No,
Why not?
we are not. Well,
Oh.
Yeah, why not, John?
we
Again?
Boo.
Again?
Yeah, again.
That's all right.
We
Just
get
come to
this all the
Daytona
time.
next year. That'll make up for it. Screw.
Yeah.
We're gonna do
Screw-
a Daytona.
Yeah, screw.
I see
friggin'
how it
Philly.
is. I see
Daytona
how it
is the
is. So
short
I'm
shot.
coming up to Ven by you guys, but you won't come by me. I get it. I get it, John. I know it's
I
you.
like that traffic flow. The traffic flow coming north is very
As long as
cool.
you understand.
Yes.
As long as you're
Exactly.
okay with it.
Exactly.
I'm not
So
okay
we,
with it. I'm not.
we need that escape though. So we look forward to the Daytona stuff. We look forward to getting south and out of here and doing
Are you
that.
seriously going to try to do Daytona next year?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
it's a,
Chris,
it's a
we
no-brainer.
we need to talk after the show.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But we got two things to wrap up. Greg, you got two animals you're going to keep.
Fuck that.
All right,
Yeah,
TJ's one of
just
them.
two.
TJ's out. I spent a long time building this collection.
Now remember, you got to maintain
You're
rats.
done here.
So
Man, my soul snake is my ball python. I can't. I would never let him go. And
it's a carpet. It's just come on.
it is. Listen. I'm really digging this Mandarin. But I don't know. Colubrids just don't carry the space in my heart that a python does, and I'm all about the carpets. I really am. So
Yeah.
it would have to be them, I think.
Well, you had a 5-hour conversation with Mutton. You're keeping a damn carpet.
Yeah. He's infected.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's
Or he's-
Jeremy's fault.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. 100%. Well, let's see where we're at, guys. All good choices, obviously. You can't fault anybody for what they're going to keep. I want to see where the hell we are on this thing. I think there's quite a few in here. We got Ashley, we got Connie Mom, we got Reptile. We got about 30 seconds. If you have not put hashtag variety in there, $10 in your pocket. We're just going to spin it. We got Mission Morphs. We got
Can I put it in again? Can I get two?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The more times you type it, the less likely it is to come up. So. No, I'm completely
No
teasing.
whammies.
I have no idea how it works, but I know there is an awful lot of people out there that could type in hashtag variety because I am not seeing 24 names on there. But why you wouldn't want $10, I'm not sure. I'm going to give you about 15,
Snake
20 more
must
seconds.
be. Ugh.
I'm gonna do it again. We're gonna see if it comes up.
Yummy.
Right.
It must you.
Money.
Right? And just put a little behind your ears and head out to the bar.
Yeah.
See what the wife thinks about when I lay in bed. What the? Not me.
Like my
It's
mom.
indigo. I swear.
Well, slow down, Chris. You already have 3 kids.
It's amigo. Well, I mean, this one's a year old, so I mean, we're about ready, right?
Right.
The
Oh.
wife said no.
Saddle up.
Right. Okay, so we're going to spin it. Everybody that wants to be in there, I think, is in there. We're going to give it a whirl. Good luck, guys. $10 in your
I can tell you
pocket in the
already,
Forge
it's
Cane.
rigged, everybody.
Right. Forge Coin
Oh, I'm
Bank.
good.
dit, dit,
Dit.
dit.
He's got on his snake, probably. He's getting from me.
Right?
There you go.
$10
Same
$10
time.
directly towards the Pituophis.
Hell yeah. It just got
Hells
cheaper.
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, sorry. The sale just ended. They went up, man. Sorry.
Only
Right.
$10 raise, you should be able to stomach that one, but it's okay.
So we'll make sure that gets logged. Congrats, E. I know you have some coin already. I think you've won a couple different times on some different shows.
Oh,
so-
damn. He can use them all up then. If he's,
Yeah,
if
he
he
can-
got them on, use them up. Let me know, and we'll make it happen.
For sure.
Sure.
Absolutely.
He's definitely getting one of them albinos, so in a couple weeks. So
Awesome.
Nice.
use
That's
it. Let
great.
me know.
Fantastic. Yeah, please use it. In fact, I mean,
Yeah,
we
use
have a bank going there, and I can't believe the numbers that is actually getting to, and people just are
He said
reluctant
he's
to
never
spend it,
won
so.
before. What do I do?
No, E, you have to won. I know if we
That's
look in
why
the,
they're
It's a
sitting there.
celebration.
You got to put your hands up in the air.
Yeah. Woo, woo.
roller coaster mode.
That's funny.
Guys, appreciate it. We're gonna let everybody get the hell out of here. It's getting late. We're
Where
2
we gotta go?
and 20 minutes.
Where do we
into
gotta
it.
go?
It's only 10 o'clock, man. Where you gotta go?
Oh, we got places to be. It's 11 where you're
Stop.
at, is it not?
I don't look at the time, man. It's all good.
None of his alarms went off, so he's fine.
Right?
Check one of
Sleep,
your
what is
breeding
that?
schedules and see what time it is.
Oh, let me check my calendar and the weather.
Right. Check the weather in Taipan or whatever.
Oh, I
you
gotta
gotta
go take
look.
care of something.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Panel, you guys have been
I'm new.
awesome.
I'm
Thank
new.
you,
I don't know
everybody
what
that
to
came out to
do.
hang out tonight. We're back again with another No Remorph. I believe we have Carl coming up,
Take
right?
care of you, Mike. We'll
Satchmos?
figure it out.
I
Is he next,
think
Jamie?
so.
We'll have to get back with Jamie.
I gotta check my calendar.
No,
She's got the leopard
Yes,
gecko breeding.
it's Carl with
Calendars come in
Satchmos.
handy.
Yeah. So Satchmos next week, guys. No Remorph show
Yes.
back again. Greg, Will, Chris,
Greg.
Ashley, thank you so much. Appreciate
And
you
we'll
guys.
message you, reptiles.
Yes, we will
Yes.
definitely message you and let you know what to do with that.
If
So,
not, I'll text you too, Mike. We'll take care of
Yep.
it. Don't worry.
yeah, for sure. We'll get you handled. Guys, 2 days left and you got a weekend ahead of you. Appreciate every one of you. See you
My
guys
weekend
next
starts
Wednesday
tomorrow.
and
What are you talking about?
have a fantastic night. We can't go nowhere with this guy. We can't go nowhere with him. All right, guys. Peace out.
Peace.